Good evening. Welcome to another session of Tyranny of Dragons with the Burning Blades. So last time was a bit of a nail biter as they worked their way through the dungeon, through the cave which supposedly housed the black dragon eggs that Resmir had stashed here. Fighting their way through a few different traps. Well, stumbling through a few different traps actually. They eventually found themselves upon some kobolds. They began setting about them, killing a few. One surrendering to them, pleading for its life. They talked to her a little bit, and it was very forthcoming with information. After Rogar tried to impress upon it the values, the benefits of eschewing Tiamat and the dragon cult, instead pledging himself to Bahamut, this little kobold became known to you as Mud, and led you past the next trap and into another group of kobolds where you engaged in some further diplomacy, some bit of sword point, at the end of which you found yourself with a little force, a little unit of kobolds that followed you into this large chamber, the walls adorned with carvings of Tiamat being emerging from a volcano while other dragons flocked around it. And in this chamber you found Frulan Mondath, the halberd wielding, purple regalia wearing dragon cultist who you had first fought in your initial raid on the camp. She had supposedly been waiting for you. Initially accepted Gortrek's challenge to single combat, but as things started going against her, she promptly gave up on that plan, teleporting herself behind her minions and basically starting a free-for-all. The fight was short but bloody. 3 of the kobolds killed by a lightning bolt blast. They're also downed Gortrek, but spelt Mondath's doom because it caused him to retaliate against her and almost...
It did not down me.
Did not down you. Didn't down you. No. Almost split her in half. The trap that she'd been trying to spring on you, the bulk of her forces here that had been seemingly sneaking around behind you to try and catch you, kind of sandwich you from both sides, arriving a little bit too late and getting caught up, being surprised by finding the kobolds on your side, caused a little bit of confusion in the tunnel, making it very easy for Cal to just incinerate a lot of them, really. Did a little bit of checking around the chamber. You managed to disarm the trap and unlock this chest, finding a few treasures left over, and Mud informing you that just down this little set of stone steps to your east lay the chamber containing the dragon's eggs, and that is where we left off. So, I believe Mud is still sat upon your shoulders, Ruri?
Yeah.
So he's kind of doing that thing where he's sat on your shoulders, he's kind of turning your head to look down the staircase, and just kind of points,
This way, you'll find the eggs. In here.
That way.
Is this way trapped? Do you know?
Trapped? No trap. No trap.
Is everybody ready?
I think I'm pretty ready.
I believe we are.
No time at the present.
I'm addressing the other kobolds.
sorry, how are you addressing them?
Just asking them if they're ready as well.
And you'll kind of look to each other and nod, it's like,
Yes, we go save the eggs.
Alright, let's save the eggs, boys.
We're gonna have to kill the kobolds, aren't we?
No.
Wait. What? Oh no, I was gonna say, what if the kobolds pretend to take us prisoner? But I don't think that would work.
I am not emotional and ready to kill Mud.
We're not killing Mud. Mud is coming to live with us in Fandolin.
Not when we kill his eggs.
I think Rogar's correct. It's probably a little late for subterfuge.
I think we just walk in there. Fuck is that song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know what.
Oh, man down.
Man back.
Yeah, sorry, let's go.
Okay.
Does anybody have any, like a small bit of healing available?
I do.
I'm
What do
going
you want?
Very low on spell slots. and I'm just like, I'm not feeling 100%.
Oh, okay.
Like at the lowest level, the lowest amount of energy you can expend.
I mean, how much slots do you have left, Gotrek?
I got 1/3 level
Mm-hmm.
and 1 second level.
Is that
Oh.
it?
Aye.
Okay, don't then. It's fine.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. See, I've got aid I can cast, but I don't know whether that heals you for the 5 gives you.
It gives me 5 like boosts. I don't think it heals, does it?
I mean, basically, it increases your hit point maximum. It gives you a temporary 5 points increase on your maximum, but it also increases your current hit points by 5. So it's
There we go. Okay, so I've got 2 second level spell slots. I'm happy to cast it on you if you want it.
Can you do more than one person with aid?
I think it's free, up to 3, isn't it?
Yeah, I can do 3 people.
Ooh.
I could do with that as well.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, or crazy idea, Rui, you could not get in anyone's face.
I mean, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
What are you looking like?
I'm only missing 8 hit points, but I am already quite squishy. But if people are more injured, then heal them.
I mean, I've got 27, which is effectively 52.
Yeah, maybe heal Grishnak. He can take more hits than we can.
What about you, Gotrek?
I'm fine on 154.
So there you go. I can do Rory.
68.
I'll do Rory, Grish, and Rogar.
Lovely. How many is that?
Oh, thank you.
That's 5 extra hit points plus 5 to what you've got.
I'm gonna add it to temporary because I can't be bothered to.
Yeah, that's probably best.
Cool, done that.
So just increase your current by 5 and then put 5 in your temporary. Just remember to
Lovely.
take them off first. Actually, no, sorry, because it's not, strictly speaking, it's not temporary, is it? Because your hit point maximum is increased for the duration. So if someone was now to heal you, you would heal up to, Rogar, you would heal up to 57. So
Okay, so 57.
yeah,
Cool.
I'm gonna put 5 in the temporary just to remember that they're.
that's
aid.
cool. So yeah, just remember that one. Okay.
It lasts for 8 hours, by the way, guys, so you're good for a while.
It's not concentration, is it? No.
Nope.
What a spell!
It's
Actually,
a
no,
very
I-
underrated spell.
Yeah, I think it's a good one.
Drop
I
that,
took it
drop some
for the
temporary
bad
hit points.
times, but I never got to use it.
It's very good at avoiding a TPK as well.
Hmm.
So who did get affected by aid?
Ruri, Grishnak, and Rogar.
Okay.
You're okay. Nothing ever hits you.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make a note.
I used you as an example earlier when someone said that their tank had got 20 hit points, and I was like, really?
That's a tank.
What do you mean at what level? I said, at what level? And he's like, level 6, and I just went, really?
Hill dwarfs. So,
Let's do this.
what's your order going in?
I think Gotrek would probably go first.
Okay, so as you... Sorry, continue.
I'll stay at the back with the kobolds.
Yeah, you do notice the kobolds are kind of... There's an eager kind of bounciness to them. They look quite keen to get in there. They're quite... Yeah, they're quite revved up by this idea of getting in there and saving the eggs.
Okay.
But if you try and
come to it,
if you try and keep them around you, they will. You know, they listen to you at the moment.
yeah, I'll tell them to get behind me. Or bring up the
Okay.
rear.
So they're a bit bouncy, a bit bubbly, but you kind of call them to formation and they form up around you.
Okay.
Mud, however, stays sat on Ruri's shoulders.
Let's go.
Okie dokie,
Let's
I'll
do
go
it.
in the middle with Rory. I'm assuming that Rory will be in the middle. Is this one that's mud, is it?
That was a new
Rory's
one.
got those connection blues.
Yeah, that was new. Discord just crashed. It's normally my connection.
Ah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going first, am I?
No,
Cool.
got Trex first.
Lovely.
Grishnack's going to go and beat the shit out of things as well, and we
Yeah. I'll sit down.
I'll go in
sensibly.
the middle.
Okay.
Rogar looks like some weird dragon with wings there. Look, kobold.
Oh yeah.
My kobold wings.
Yeah, he's like a dragon-born Megazord.
I was going to say they're doing like a Voltron style.
Like a Voltron Bakugan cane. All
Can
hail
anyone-
the noble master.
Can anyone hear a guitar solo?
Let me get this out of the way.
I wasn't quick enough to get my guitar.
Get that out of the way. Okay. In your time then, Gotrek.
Do we have? Oh, shit. Anyone got detect magic, just in case?
Yes. I
Can
did
you-
cast it. Has it been 10 minutes since I last cast it, Django? What did I
Nice.
cast it?
When did you cast it? Was it after the fight?
It was after. When does anyone remember? It was I was looking at the sword, right, to see if the sword was magical.
Yeah, so it was literally just
Was
a
after
minute
the fight,
ago.
Okay, then. Well, then, yeah, it would still be active.
Yep, cool. I can see 30 feet ahead of what's magic and what's not.
30 feet. What is magic? Helps if I click on the thing. Okay,
What
yeah.
is magic?
Why is
Baby,
magic?
don't hurt me. Yeah, nothing at the moment.
Okay.
You're not getting any pings.
Cool. I'll let you
So-
say anything.
To advance.
The chamber that you're stepping into at the bottom of these stairs is fairly immense. You're currently on a wide ledge that's dropping away into a pit down on your right. There are various stalactites descending from the ceiling. There's the sound of dripping water continuously echoing. You can see a bit ahead of you, there are some stairs, carved stairs descending down into this pit. And similar to the one earlier, where you first met the kobolds, where you met Mud, there's like these there's this stout iron cage built around the steps with a gate at the bottom.
Rory, do you see anything?
Not yet. Everything seems fairly mundane to me.
Can I look around to see if there's any like traps or?
Yeah, make a
anything?
perception check.
Perception. Good job.
No, it's a cave.
What could I also do a perception check?
There's dust in my eyes.
Go on, I'll allow it.
Thanks, Dad.
Yep, it's just a cave.
Cool. It's just a cave, man.
You don't see anything beyond.
Mud, do you see anything?
Hang on. Make sure it moves with you. And say,
I see the dwarf. I see the rocks. Rocks hang down.
points up to the stalactites.
Thank you. That was very helpful.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Just gonna head further and further in. Slowly, like I'm still like scanning, kind of looking around cautiously. Because we haven't seen, because wasn't it mentioned that there was another dragon looking thing? Wasn't there?
Wasn't there?
Wasn't there? I remember someone said that there was another half dragon creature.
I'm assuming that anything I can see, I can actually see. If that makes sense.
So,
Right.
what was that, Cal?
I was just going to say, I see eggs.
You do see a quite large. It's hard to make out details. It is kind of back at the corner of the cave. You see two of them, one in each corner. Yeah, they're quite large, almost as big as you and Gorshrek, actually. Kind of, yeah, they look like large eggs, and nestled amongst some rocks.
So, Mud, how long until these eggs hatch?
I don't know. Not long.
So, I think it's time to have a conversation with my learned colleagues, a little whisper conversation that Mud can't hear. So, are we smashing these eggs? Got
Whoa.
two. Chris.
Not being funny, but can't they be sold? I mean, dragon eggs could be quite valuable to be sold.
But we'd have to kill what's inside.
No, live, probably intact eggs would probably be quite useful, as well as ingredients as well, if you think about it.
Question.
Yes.
I'm thinking of saying dragon eggs, and what comes to mind is like an egg with just scales on it. Is that would be a accurate description?
More or less.
Is it like an egg with it's like a chicken egg?
Yeah, from what you can see, they do appear to have this kind of scaled pattern on them.
They're like dark pipe coats with scribbly bits.
Yeah, I mean, they don't they don't look like they're actually scaled per se, but there's definitely this kind of almost diamond-like pattern on them.
Cool. And are the eggs black?
They seem to have that kind of tint to them.
Cool.
Well, I could always use them for crafting back at Fandolin. It might be useful. And you never know, we could also...
I put my hands over Mud's ears.
Well, I was also going to suggest maybe when they hatch, we train them.
Black dragons? I don't think that's a good idea.
Black dragons are evil.
Yeah.
Like...
Aye, but innately or...
innately evil.
Innately.
Right.
I mean, they serve Tiamat, unquestionably. You know what I mean?
Mega Echo.
Echo.
Yeah, you got 8-bit Rory back, by the way, because can't use my good mic anymore.
Ugh.
And someone's got crackly mic, and it's definitely.
Well, I just.
Oh, I used to love that.
That fixed it.
I think so.
I mean, it's coming. Yeah, there's still a little bit of coming
There's
through.
an echo from somewhere.
Well, you can see if you look on the voice chat thing on Discord. It's if
of
somebody's
course,
seeing lights up green while I'm talking, it is flashing up a little bit off yours at the moment, Gortrek.
Do you wear your headset one ear on, one ear off?
No.
Okay, because I used to do that, and everyone.
I can't hear it anymore.
Right. That's because I just unplugged everything and plugged it all back in.
Cool.
Ah.
Off and on again.
All right, I'll let you know if it flares up again. Like a little bit is fine. It's if there's a proper delayed echo, then I start hearing myself a word after each word I'm saying, and it completely throws me off. But we're okay at the moment.
No worries.
So sorry, where were we? You're discussing the eggs.
So,
Yes,
yeah,
I
so-
think priorities, get them out of this cave and with us away from here. I think that's the first step.
How
big are they?
How heavy are they?
They're quite big. They're a little bit. They're almost as big as Gortrek and Cal. Not as broad, but yeah, you're talking a good 3 foot.
Right.
The bag of holding.
You looking at them from here, they don't look like they look too big to actually get into the mouth of the bag. Remember, the bag only opens so wide, and you've got to be able to put whatever it is you want in there through.
Right. Okay.
Surely we can use the mini kobold army to carry them out.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think they could carry one between them, maybe. Grish, you could carry 2, right?
Yeah.
4.
I just turned to Gotrek. I could carry one, and it'd be a shame if we were to drop it.
Yes, that would be a shame, wouldn't it?
Such a shame.
Oh
Obviously,
no!
You know what I'm like
my eyes.
with my butterfingers.
In fairness, we've got to climb out over that there rockfall.
Yeah, how tall's the rock?
Yeah.
Sorry, which rockfall?
How high up are we?
How high up are we?
That ledge, I'd say it's about 15 feet.
Oh, nothing then.
I mean, there are stairs next to you.
But they're in a cage.
I assume that was gated off.
There's a gate at the bottom, yeah.
Is it locked?
You don't know?
Yeah, I'll go and check it.
Yep, it's locked.
Can I try and boot it in?
You can, yeah, make me a strength check.
Oh,
Obviously you have
okay,
advantage.
I love it when he does this.
Yeah, this it never works. This is that strength or athletics?
I'd say it's just raw strength. You're not really able to get a run up to it or anything because if it's placed above the stairs, you just got to stand there and.
Yes.
So you kind of test it a little bit. And you take a step back and you put one hand. You grip a bar on each side of you just to give you a little bit of ground leverage. You lean back, bring up one massive booted foot and just hoof it as hard as you can.
Nice.
And the door it just buckles and swings open with a loud crash.
Well boofed, Grishnak.
Doors open, lads.
All right, that's one thing down.
Wait, I got an idea. Rogar, I got a question for you.
Yes.
If you were to say, beseech your god, Bahamut, could you ask him for these eggs to be, because I don't understand really dragon lineages and all that stuff, but could they be purified or converted to be not evil?
I know
Cal?
you're not a fucking dragon, Cal, but
That was Gotrek. That's
Gotrek,
racist.
Sorry.
No, it's slightly, but that's fine. I mean, there's this whole thing with the orcs and all that stuff, but we'll put that aside.
Before
I think
He's a half-orc. Okay, all right, racism aside, let's just focus on the problem at hand, okay?
Before we get carried
I
away,
think-
Cal, as you start stepping forward, you get to about here.
Fuck's sake.
Cal. What was
Damn
it we were
it.
told about moving too quickly?
Yeah, we were just
No,
talking
that's-
here. We're just having a good time.
I was just preparing to say, can I have a look at the egg? And
So as you're walking forward to have a look at the egg, you hear you hear a sudden low growling that begins to get louder,
Fuck's sake.
and you see out of the shadows pads one of those blue horned guard drakes, pads
So-
forward and stands before the egg.
Okay.
Grishnak, you see, and actually those of you on the ledge would see as well. But another one comes around the stalactite on this side. Kind of, it's got this low predatory lope to it, and it's kind of eyeing Cal and Grishnak as it comes forward. And as your gaze is focused on these, another figure emerges, stepping around the main stalactite, standing there. You see before you. Did I add the thing for him? I might not have.
I think
Well,
this was the
Give me a second. Give me a second.
half-dragon.
I'm not sure if I added the thing for him. I didn't. Give me 1 second.
Cal shouts, "Good word. Call the fucking dragons off. The fucking attack bitches."
Bugger.
Throw the kobolds at him.
Fuck's
Kobolds
sake.
should be able to stop them, shouldn't they?
Sorry, say again.
Kobolds should be able to stop them, shouldn't they?
Stop what?
The guard drakes.
They'll just throw stones
I
at
mean,
No,
they'd
as
probably
in,
eat them, to be honest.
no, as in the kobolds tend these eggs, so surely these drakes respond to the kobolds. I.e., would they be
Guess
able
we'll
to
ask
stop
Mud.
them?
How
Yeah.
do I bring it up as a thing to do the thing? I have no idea how this actually works. Sorry, I'm just going to have to drag it onto the...
When a mummy
Page.
dragon and a daddy dragon love each other very much. What? The fuck is that?
That's
who you see before you... Sorry, I couldn't add it as a handout. I should have done this previously, but I always forget
Okay, so
something.
that's not his size on the
No. But that's what he
Cool.
looks like.
Cool.
Um,
Oh, wow.
And he stands before you, and he looks at you, Cal, and then to you, Grishnak. You see he's got a large, curved blade held in his right hand.
So you finally made it down here. I assume that means Mondath is no more?
Miss Mondath had no... Yeah, she's dead.
He's at this point
No.
you get his attention. He looks up to those of you on the ledge. The kobolds who had been kind of you know, like I said, Rogar, they're kind of bubbling forward a little bit and like kind of excited, keen to kind of get in there. The eggs, the eggs. Seeing this figure, they are shrinking back. They look fucking terrified. And he spots them, and his expression is confused for a moment. It's kind of curious.
Why do you stand with these intruders? You have betrayed the cult. You have betrayed your god.
And he looks to all of you and back up at them.
You will remember your loyalties right now. Come back to me. Kill these intruders. For I promise you, they mean to destroy the eggs. Once that is done, they will kill you. And if you do not help me, then when I win, I will kill you. To me, now.
Whilst he's that living, am I allowed to cast a spell on him?
You are, I think,
Please
Rogar.
do.
I would like to just put my hand up to them and say, hold fast, kobolds. You know these worshippers of Tiamat speak lies.
Okay. Make me a persuasion check, Rogar.
Go, gadget persuasion. Fuck my ass.
Okay. So as you say this, Mud kind of like is bouncing up and down on your shoulders almost, Rory.
And he's like, he tell us, you will destroy the eggs, you will use the dragons, and hang on, that's both. He tell us, you are bad, and we will stop you.
And the other
They are
kobolds,
bad. Yes,
the other
Mud.
kobolds though are all starting to edge away from you a bit. Kind of they're eyeing you very warily as they start to back off.
Mud, I have a secret to tell you.
What's that, Rory?
Talking to Mud.
Oh, sorry.
I have a secret to tell you.
What is?
I have wings too, and then I'll radiant soul.
Okay. So as your wings flare out, yep. So you flare your wings out. As you do this, all of the other kobolds around you, kind of they still look scared. They look a bit confused, but they look like they've made a decision, and they draw their little daggers. Some of them readying their slings. At the same moment as you flare your wings out, the guard drakes pounce. In fact, I'd like everyone to now roll initiative, please.
Yeah.
As that has started this.
Yeah, I just needed to get that in so I didn't waste an action.
Okay.
Oh, 4.
Right, we can do it, boys. Big 8.
My little
Okay.
surprise didn't get to go off.
So what did you want to do, Cal?
I was going to cast hold person on him.
Okay. I would say, I would say the pounce from the guard drakes possibly comes first and distracts you, but won't.
I can't believe I still get to go second.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, that's cool. Let's
Yeah,
do this.
yeah. Okay, Grishnak, you're going first.
Okay. So I'm going to go into a rage.
Okay, of course you are.
Okay, and
Beat me up, Grishnak.
I'm going to play it smart. I'm going to try and cut down on their action economy a bit. I'm
Okay,
going to take out the weaker one first and go for this guard drake.
okay. So as the guard drake starts, kind of hunches down on its haunches, you can see it's about to run at you, and you're kind of anticipating that. You just run to cut it off.
Yep, so I'm just going to do a normal attack.
Okay.
When Roll20 wants to do that.
Yep, that'll hit.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay. I'm going to follow up with a second attack on the same guard Drake.
Yep, so that's 10 points, and then... Oh, another hit. For 11, 12, 13, so 23 total. Oof,
Yep.
Okay, yep. So it's a pretty heavy hit as you carve into it twice. It lets out a yelp. That is your turn. You have more movement if you want to use it, but otherwise that is your turn.
Yeah, I'm just going to sort of come down here just to get a bit more in line.
Okay. The Dragonoid, as he is next in the initiative order, raises his hand up before his face, brings it down. As he brings it down, there's this strange, kind of almost bassy sucking sound, is the best way I can think of describing it, which is not the best way of describing it, I appreciate. And as he does so, this aura of darkness radiates out from him. If I can place it. So, Grishnak, you're not fully in it, but you see as this aura kind of radiates out from him, this aura of magical darkness, and kind of your leg is inside it, and you kind of, you can't see it at all. Your dark vision doesn't cut through this, even remotely. And before you realise what's happening, you are suddenly engulfed by it as he darts towards you. You are currently, for all intents and purposes, blind.
Oh, shit.
And he is going to make 2 attacks against you.
Oh shit!
So sorry, so can we see him, or is
You
he
can
in
see this aura of darkness that has
we can't
descended
see
around
it?
him. You can't see them.
Oh.
So, sorry, he's not going to attack you twice. He's going to attack you 3 times, because that's how many attacks he gets. So the first one, that's a 24 to hit you.
Yeah.
For 8 plus... you're raging, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Yeah, your totem, so it's I can't remember. It's immunity to everything except psychic. Sorry, resistance to everything against psychic.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. So that's 11 halved to 5, but you also take, and I couldn't set this one up as a thing. Okay, you also take 13 halved to 6 necrotic damage.
Oh.
As he cuts into you, there's this sudden kind of, you feel this like dark spike in your head as that first blow lands. His second attack, that's a 28 to hit you.
Yeah.
For 9 halved to 4.
Okay.
And then a 25 to hit you.
Yeah.
That's another 9 halved to 4.
Okay.
He is then, what was that? It was 5. He's then going to dart away. Yeah, he's going to dart away over to here. Cal, so Grishnak, your vision returns to you as you're kind of staggering from the blows, feeling the acid just trying to seep into your bloodstream. The darkness around you suddenly vanishes. You see it retreating away from you, and Cal, it rushes up towards you, and you're enveloped in it. Meanwhile, the winged kobolds. So, Gotrek, one of them, the one at the top there, is going to wind up, and he's going to sling a rock at you. That's a 23 to hit.
Miss, but okay.
And it's going to bounce off your armor. Rogard, the one at the bottom there, is going to sling one at you. That's a 21 to hit. Rogard.
Yes, sorry,
Yes,
that
that's
does
okay.
it.
Yeah, so that's 4 bludgeoning damage. As a little rock just finds its way past your shield and smacks you on the side of the head. Mud is going to kind of stand up on your shoulders, Ruri, and he's going to put his hands out.
Now, brothers, please, remember they save us, they liberate us, they protect the eggs.
And he's going to attempt to get through to them.
Go on, Mud.
That's a 16 on a charisma check from Mud.
Good job, Mud.
And we shall see what effect that has. But for now, it is the guard Drake's turn. So, Grishnak, that one that you wounded, as you reel from the onslaught from the Dragonoid, is going to suddenly pounce at you. So that's going to be a 19 to hit with its bite.
Ooh, they're rolling high today.
They are.
Spicy.
That's a 6 half to 3.
Okay.
Ruri, my nephew says everything's spicy. Please. He's 13. And then a tail. Ooh, that's a 21.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
That's 9 half to 4. As your back is turned and you're reeling from this assault, it just sees the opportunity and goes for you. Cal, you're not sure what is happening. You can't... you can't see anything at all. But you do hear this sudden noise to the side of you. It will be at disadvantage because it can't see you either. It's just relying on its sense of smell.
Yep.
So that's a 9 to hit you with its bite. So you just hear the jaws chomping shut in the air next to you. As its tail comes round, that's an 8. You just feel the whoosh of a tail go past you.
Yeah, miss.
There you go. The darkness did you a favour there. Now it is your turn.
Okay, so feeling that there's probably things very close to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say you saw him cast this darkness around himself, so I'd say you know that if you're in the darkness, that means you just watched him do this sort of thing.
Shit me.
Blow him up. Blow him
I
up.
haven't got level spells. I need a 3rd level spell to blow him up, mate. I was hoping Daylight could be cast at level 2, but I don't think it can.
No, it's the 3rd level.
Have you got your divinity thing?
Well, I was going to ask if I can. I've got 9 charges. Is there anything I can do with my 9 charges?
Hmm.
Can I do a religion check and see if I can convert some charges to something helpful, or can I? Is there anything opportunistic to use those for?
Have you used your channel divinities?
Do you know what? I haven't used my channel divinities. Holy fuck. Okay. Sorry guys, it's been a long day.
That's all right.
It's all right, mate.
So there we go.
Okay. So, any magical darkness within 30 feet of you is dispelled. So, magical darkness, as you release this radiant light from you, these flames radiating out, it kind of just pushes the darkness back and washes it away. The dragonoid is left stood there, looking a little bit confused, a little bit unsure, and he must make
of damage.
All of them.
Because I get 11 plus 6.
Yeah, he must make a con save. When I roll 21 to play long. Okay, so that's a 7. So he takes 11 plus 6, so 17. So I'm a bit gassy today. Okay. And then the guard drakes. I will kill you. It's a 13 on the one by Grishnak, so that's a fail. And a 10, so yeah, they both fail. So that's another 17. Yeah, the one by you, Grishnak, is now looking rough.
I feel like a bit of shouting abuse at him in front of me is, you can't hide from us!
What is the range on that? 30 feet.
Yeah, he's in that.
So I'm just checking if any of the...
Would the egg take damage?
No, it says hostile creature, and the egg does not count as a hostile creature. The kobolds up on the ledge are all out of range, so yeah, just those down in the pit.
Maybe I should check. See how Bahamut's glory spared you the pain.
Okay. So, that's your action. Anything else?
Yeah, I can't move anywhere because I'll take 2 attack of opportunity, so I'm just going to stand there and stare this guy out.
Cool. Okay. Ruri, you're up.
Cool. If I fly, I'm not going to move directly, but if I go up, is this little kobold attack me?
You might.
I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to go maybe 15 feet in the air. I don't want to really leave Rogar and Gotrek up here. I'm just going to stay.
Okay.
Ideally, I'd like my radiant light encompassing Mud as well, so he looks very blessed.
So, as you fly up with mud still rising up with mud still in your shoulders, yeah, the little kobold next to you just kind of looks up at you in wonder. He's like, there, He looked like he was half ready to lunge in, but it's just a little bit. So you fly up. I mean, the cavern ceiling here, I'd say the ceiling total is about up on the ledge where you are. What, you're 15 up. I'd say it's 40 foot total, but you're already 15 foot up from that. So, yeah, you got about 25 foot up that you could go before you're at the ceiling.
Cool. I'll just go like 10.
Okay.
Let's say 10 feet. Cool. When I see that this guy doesn't attack me, I give him sort of like just one of those smiles that I give to the poor people in the field ward to sort of make their day. And then while I'm doing that, I'll toll the dead this guy.
Okay. Wisdom save for the guard, Drake.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
And
he failed. So that is 9 necrotic damage.
And that as well.
He's not looking good. Oh, and that. Okay, yeah.
Yes!
As the bell tolls. When you do toll the dead, it's not such a dolorous ringing sound. It's almost got like a...
like wedding bells.
Well, yeah, but there's like wedding bells, but in the wrong key. You know, it's got that melancholy edge to it.
Nice. I'll just shout over. I'll be like, I got you, Grishnak, and then I'll do Shield of Faith on him.
Okay, Shield of Faith on Grishnak.
Yep. And then I'm going to float.
And you're going to hover. Okay.
Yes.
Gotrek.
Okay. Gonna stay where I am.
Nice. Nice.
I will level my hammer out and I shall cast heat metal on his chest plate because I'm assuming he's wearing. Ooh,
He's not wearing any armor.
Is he not?
No.
Okay, on his weapon then.
On the scimitar?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you cast heat metal on the scimitar.
Yep.
Can
Good
you
move.
bring up the heat metal thing on it?
And I'm casting it at level 3, by the way.
Yeah. Isn't it third level? Oh, it's second level spell.
Second level. 5. Did it do it?
No, that's just the damage.
Why didn't it do? How
It's
do you
set as an
put it in the
attack and not a
chat
spell
anymore?
card.
I think. Hang on, no. I'll just
It's
go
how
and
the
check on your.
spell's set up.
I'll go and check on your sheet. It's fine.
Because it's not.
next to it.
So it's
Yeah,
when you set up the spell, you can choose how it outputs either as a spell card or a spell attack, and yours is set to a spell attack. That's all it is.
Manufactured metal object. Any creature in physical contact takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast it. If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, must succeed on a con save or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop, it has disadvantage on. Okay. Alright, so he'll take the damage, obviously. So that's
Nice.
11 points. And he will willingly drop the scimitar as it heats up.
Cool.
So that has fallen to the floor. Oh, hang on, let me check quickly. Okay, so yeah, you're concentrating on heat metal.
Yep. And I'll keep that sword hot so he doesn't pick it up again.
Okay, good move, good move. Anything else you're doing with your turn?
Oh shit. I'll turn back to the kobolds and be like, would you not follow Lord Rogar? He has saved you. Oh. And that'd be it.
Okay, so...
Nice.
He's not very good at speech.
no, that's fine, yep. So, Rogar, it's your turn.
So I'm going to glare back at whoever threw a rock at me and just be like,
That one.
and just look at him and move to here. Oh, I can't see this guy. Crap.
Jump off.
How far is it down? 15 feet?
15 feet, yeah.
Okay.
It's like a
Screw it.
second story window.
I'll look at the kobolds and just be like, behold the glory and power of Bahamut, and I will jump down. Ugh.
I will feather fall so he floats.
If you want, yeah, you can do that.
I've got plenty of first level spells. Yeah, I've got plenty.
Okay.
Okay.
You majestically float down to the floor, Rogar.
Surprised that. Oh god.
Try and quickly cover your surprise and make it look like that was the plan all along.
Yeah, I outstretch my arms, and as I'm floating down, I erupt Valorian
Oh, very cool.
And then I start to walk forward. You still can't see this guy. 5, 10, 25, 30. There we go.
Okay.
I point my sword at him, and I just say, "Fight me!" and cast Compel Duel on him.
Okay. Wisdom
Hopefully.
save from the dude.
Wisdom say DC 14.
DC 14. That's a natural 20.
Ah, bitch.
That's for a total of 27.
Oh, he's a wise boy. Big wise boy.
He just looks to you.
Don't worry, your turn will come.
He's wiser than me.
Okay, that was
Wise
a
guy.
wise guy.
Wise
That
guy,
was-
eh?
That was a bonus action. So I will. That was a spell, so I can use a cantrip as an action.
Yeah, you can.
So how far have I travelled? Sorry, guys.
5, 10, 15, 20.
20. So I can actually reach him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could.
Fuck it. I
Fuck him
start-
up.
I run in and just give him a couple of slashes.
Go for it.
Slash 1.
Slash the first. That's a 15. He just dodges aside. Like the last second, you feel like the swing comes true, but then he just ducks under it as the blade comes in.
It's like-
He's very quick.
And then slash 2.
That will hit.
22. And I'm going to drop a second level smite on him,
Okay.
like a bitch. So that's 13 slashing,
Oof.
and then 17 radiant damage on the smite.
Ooh. Okay, so
Ooh,
hang on.
bloody hell.
3, 17.
Spicy.
Tastes good.
I wish I was dead.
Tastes radiant.
Oh, that wasn't right. Yep, there we go. Okay, yeah, he's looking rough. Okay, so that's your
He likes it
turn.
rough, does he?
Yeah.
So back to English.
The kobolds. I'd say so. These kobolds, they're all kind of stood around. They're not looking to each other. They're looking at mud floating up in the air with his arms outstretched. They're thinking about what he said, thinking about what they're seeing going on. The fact that none of you actually seem to strike back at them, despite what Bazzi said. However, kind of oblivious to a lot of that, a small group of 4 kobolds leaps out from their hiding spot at the far end of the cavern, a small shallow pit, kind of leap up with that aha! Kind of triumphant yell of surprise. Looking down, bloody hell, you made me jump there.
Sorry.
Looking down at you, and yeah, they look down. They are all going to loose their slings. I say you're going to have 3 coming at you, Cal, because you're the most prominent that they can see.
Okay.
And as far as they're concerned, they do have an ally within 5 foot of you. So that's going to be a 21 to hit you.
Yep.
For 5 points of bludgeoning.
Yep.
An 11
Miss.
smacks on the ground next to you, and a 15.
Miss.
That one bounces off your armour. And then one's going to come at you, Gotrek. For 20. It just bounces off your plate. And then they're going to do that. And then they're going to... The one who fired at you, Gotrek, is just going to then stand and look confused and do that kind of... Eh? And then just point at all of the kobolds stood next to him. It's like, what are you doing? What's going on? Okay, that brings us back to Grishnak.
Okay, so I'm going to sort of limp around here.
Yep.
Right up behind him.
Yep,
That would give me advantage, wouldn't it?
it would, yeah.
And I'm just going to sort of mutter to him, like nearly passing out myself. Remember me. And then I'm going to swing at him with the Giant Slayer.
Okay, that'll just hit.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
For 12.
Okay, I'm going to give him another one.
That'll definitely hit.
Nice.
Okay, and I don't think I've used my other part of Orcish Fury where I get to do an extra D12 yet. So
No, you haven't.
I'm going to do that as well.
Okay, so that's 19,
Ooh.
and then your additional d12
Yeah.
Maxamundo.
for another 5. Ooh. Oh, no, that's not right. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that blow almost brings him to his knees. He's bleeding profusely and not looking at all happy. He's kind of snarls, looking back at you. It's not in a good position. So once again, he's going to bring his hand up. And the darkness will once again descend. Ah. There it is.
The darkness.
The darkness will descend.
Darkness.
He's not really growing on me.
It's dark.
Oh.
And there will be a rush of movement.
The fuck?
How would he go about this? So, going to dart round to here. I will rule that you can you can attempt attacks of opportunity if you like.
I'd be up for an attack of opportunity.
Is it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, all will be at disadvantage because you can't see him.
Fuck him up, Kenneth.
Yeah. I mean, could you argue because we had him flanked, it could have only gone one way anyway?
Yeah, but you can't see him. Actually, he could have gone. There's a couple of ways he could have gone. So, no, you are still at disadvantage on this.
Oh,
Okay, and Rogar. Okay, so yeah, all of you just swing and a miss, but Rogar, you just get this sense of movement, and you bring your blade up, and you feel it bite in.
12 slashing.
Oof, Rogar, how do you want to do this?
Hey, go on, lad.
I think there'll just be a moment of clarity, and I'll be like, I see you, and I'll just whop his head off.
Okay, so as he goes to dart past you, and he's doing like a kind of nimble dash past, and you just nose and he turn and bring your blade around, and he almost, it's as much of him running into your blade as it is a swing, and you just clean decapitate.
No one else knows that. Sounds cool as shit.
Well, you just see the darkness kind of flicker and dissipate, and his body just slowly, like the headless corpse stood there, and just slowly waves and collapses. Okay. The wind kobold, I'd say the kobolds are all just stood looking stunned at this development. The guard drake, however, as you stood there, the guard drake is an instinctive creature and is going to attack. Smelling blood, he's going to go for you, Grishnak.
Okay.
That's a 14
No.
and a 24
Yeah,
for 5 halved to 2 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, we're okay, we're okay.
Big two.
Okay. Which will bring us round to Cal. Your turn.
I'm gonna just strike the drake and hope for the best.
Go for it.
Fuck him up, Kenneth.
And I'm gonna cast it at level 2 to make sure we do some extra damage.
Okay, so that's 1927 points.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's looking rough. And I think that's where we're at. Yeah. Ruri.
Well, I guess I'll make use of the holiness. I will sort of very slowly glide towards these other kobolds. Like, there is no safety in darkness. The light must prevail. Join us in the light of Tiamat. Join your brothers. And I would like to do a persuasion check.
Yeah, go for it. I'm going to give you advantage on that.
Oh, lovely.
17. Yeah. Okay, so you look around as they kind of, even the new kobolds that have just jumped out of their little hiding spot, just kind of look at you, look around at each other, and at Rogar, who's just defeated this rather fearsome individual. Well, he's meant to be fearsome. And just drop their weapons.
Good boys. And then I'll shoot that guy with the wand of magic missiles.
Okay, how many charges?
Just one charge.
Just the one charge. Cool. So 1d4
Yeah.
plus 1.
No, it's 3d4.
That was 3d4 plus 1. We'll just go with the first roll,
'cause
so
one-
4.
Because one charge is one use of the spell, which is 3.
Yeah. Cool. Oh wait, so that is 8
it's
damage,
8.
right? That's exactly how much you needed.
Oh, lovely!
So as the bolts slam into it, it just kind of spasms and drops to the floor. These like 3 smoking holes in the side of it. Okay. Well, fuck that boss fight then. Damn. Okay.
Can we? Can I now look at the egg?
You
Alright, now that we've got your shit out of the way.
You can now look at the egg.
This is just. This is just how we do. So, okay, so strolling past the headless corpse of the dragon bitch.
Okay.
Can I trip on my feet and smash the? It's not a good idea.
Krishna, push him!
Is there just one egg?
Just got
by
the
the way?
cables on
Sorry,
side
say again,
of-
Rogar.
Is there just one egg?
There's another one there.
Do me a perception check as you look around.
The eggs are mimic.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
Oh shit,
yeah,
I was rolling at disadvantage. So that's
that's a 21.
21.
Okay,
That's funny.
so there's an egg over by Cal. You see there's an egg on the far side of the chamber behind you. You also notice as you're looking around, kind of because you know what you're looking for, you see hidden nestled amongst some rocks that look suspiciously, look very similar to the dragon. You notice there is a third one nestled into the back here. I say each one is about 3 foot tall. Yeah, obviously you can do me a nature check as well.
I'm so good at nature.
I'd say roll with advantage. So roll again.
Wow.
It's because of the nature of these. All right, yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, I mean there's a kind of like a dull mottled colour to them, but in the dim light, even with the glow from your sword, you can't really make anything out beyond that about the eggs. But you do note that and I say all of you would note this, especially down here in the pit, the air is very warm and humid.
Oh.
Ah! Ooh!
I'm going to have to take it down a little bit.
Sorry. It's this
Assuming
mic.
they're incubating them then.
They need the warmth, so if we remove
That's what I
them,
was
they'll...
thinking, maybe. I mean,
Yeah, remove
Yeah.
them back.
so. Do we know if it would be as simple as. See, so Rory being Rory, he's trying to figure out a way that they could deal with the eggs without actually damaging them. Like, if we could just put them somewhere so that they couldn't hatch. Could I do some
Somewhere
sort of check
cold.
to see if that's possible?
You can do me a nature check as well. Just a straight nature check for you, because you're not familiar with...
You know me, straight as an arrow.
You
Come
have
on,
no idea.
Ah!
They're
Wow.
eggs.
I'm not even sure these are dragon eggs.
Some kind of large chicken.
Maybe a griffin.
Mudge, could you do me a favour?
What you need?
Could you gather your people and guard the entrance for us?
Yeah, so you notice that they all are starting to kind of move towards the stairs a bit. There's a kind of low-level muttering, but he does turn to a couple of them and yips in. You speak Draconic. Just calls out to a couple of them in Draconic.
You stay there. Make sure no one comes in. We must protect the eggs.
And meanwhile, the rest of them are starting to spill down into the chamber.
Roga, you never did answer my question actually about purifying the eggs. The hand gestures of purifying, like, whoa. Maybe talk to your god. Maybe you can do that.
I think there's only going to be one way to purify these eggs.
I can certainly try.
But the thing is, I'm gonna go over to Grishnak and speak in Dwarvish. We've said to them, we'll protect the eggs if we destroy them, even though accidentally, air quotations, that's still kind of a bit shit, and they might actually try and kill us or run off and do bad shit. So wouldn't it not be best to exhaust all options first and then?
As just answer back in Dwarvish. What if we get them to escort the eggs out of the cave? We take it from there. Let them go back in here. Relax. Tell them. Why don't we tell them that the cave's theirs now? That they can live here. Start worshipping Barrymat or whatever.
Barrymat.
I can't correct him. I don't speak Dwarven.
Same.
You would have heard Barrymat though. Just like if someone was like said like Paul, like in like, but they were speaking French.
I'll just raise an eyebrow. I don't message Krishna. I could be like, "Who's Barrymat?"
That dragon geezer.
Bahamut.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Anyway, I go back to speaking Dwarvish. So, what do you think to that?
Aye, that could work. We could pose it to them and see what they say.
Yeah.
Let's see what Rogar says about this purifying thing. Like I said, not right.
I mean, really, we need to convince him that we've got the best intentions for these eggs.
I will see what we can do. And also, I want to pick up that scimitar as well quickly.
Okay, well, you're going to need to... Who's doing
the spell?
We're doing a Blue Peter session. Bit of an arts and crafts going on. Yeah, so dropping the spell. Go and pick up the scimitar. It's it's got like a nasty. It's got like little teeth set in the tip of it. It's a scimitar.
I just want to look at it and be like, give it a bit of a look down the blade. Does it seem magical?
You can do an Arcana check.
Has it been 10 minutes since I cast Detect Magic?
Probably not actually. That will happen quite quickly. Yeah, I'd say you're getting a magic radiance off of it.
Gotrek, that is magic.
Excellent. Just gonna.
Do you want to put it in my bag?
Should we find out what it is first? It might actually eat the bag if it's evil.
Ah, yes, of course. Oh, there is actually some. There's also a magic halberd in there. Maybe we should take that out.
Oh shit! Right. Okay, and I will identify both of them.
Okay.
Halberd and the sword if I've got time.
Well, it's going to take you 20 minutes to do that.
Yeah.
So while Gotrek goes off and sits with these and begins the ritual to identify them, what's everyone else doing?
Well, I'm going to be doing the true Gotrek and Cal fashionable thing of looting his body, if that hasn't been done, because I had to mute myself and run off a second.
It hasn't been done. Yeah.
And his arm's intact because his head was taken off. He wasn't split it asunder.
He's not wearing any armor.
Motherfucker. Is he wearing cloths or...
No. Other than the sword, you find... Let me just double check. I don't think there was anything. You find the choker that all of the cultists so far seem to have been wearing. Other than that, no. He just has the clothes he was wearing.
And his boss pass.
Yeah, and a bus pass.
The bus pass, yeah.
You do find on him a key, a small iron key.
A key.
Probably
Is that
like get just kicked in.
Can I check if it's the key for the gate?
It is the key for the gate.
Can I be messaging Rogar while this is going on?
Yeah. At this, have you flown down to the ground now?
Yeah. I assume it's been a minute.
Mud has also he's kind of fluttered off your shoulder and has landed on the other side of Rogar, and he stood there. He stood next to Rogar, and he's got like one hand just kind of like loosely, almost nonchalantly resting against the side of Rogar's knee as he stood there like looking around, just kind of like.
Yeah, he's really
Mud, my little bro.
Rogar, how likely do you think it is that Bahamut can purify these dragon eggs?
I honestly don't know. I think I need a few minutes just to sit and commune, but try to commune with him. He's not like I can just message him.
I'm aware of the situation. Suni is... Every time I reach out to Suni, I receive sometimes feelings, sometimes Lyra, but I have yet to speak to her, I understand. I'm just worried. I mean, this whole thing has me worried. It's almost as if it was too easy.
You look over at Grishnak, who is covered in blood, looks
Yeah.
like absolute
shit.
shit.
Grishnak,
Yeah,
come
it
here.
was too
Come here.
easy.
Yeah. I'm currently slumped against the wall, breathing heavily.
Oh, hang on, hold that
Love it,
thought,
though.
Rogar. Hey, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. I'll
Isn't that how Grishnak
cradle
always
his head.
looks?
I mean, it's quite a common look for him, yeah.
He's like walking through Phandalin covered in blood. All right.
Yeah, but normally it's not my blood.
Yeah, to be fair.
Can I just wander off into a dark corner and just kind of sit down and try and have a chat with Bahamut? Just
You
give him a
can, yeah.
prayer.
I mean, so I'd say the only real dark corner available to you is probably over here. As
mean,
the
I've
others are
got
clustering here. The kobolds are gathering around the eggs now, and there's definitely a kind of a worshipful aspect to them. They're not like outright praying in front of them, but there's a lot of like reaching out and like gently caressing the eggs, and some of them putting their ear to the eggs to like listen inside and like excitedly talking to each other. Kind of, they like
one
the
of them
eggs.
singing.
They like the eggs.
They
Okay.
really like the eggs.
So I will spend however long it takes to sit and just
Okay.
pray.
What's the gist of your prayer right now?
It would be, oh mighty Bahamut. I'll explain the situation. I guess I'll explain the situation because I don't really know how praying works. So it's just it's like a phone call. So we found some eggs, and they're black dragon eggs. And is there anything we can do so we don't have to destroy them? I don't want to destroy these eggs as much as my own personal feelings about dragons.
All right, do me a religion check.
Why didn't I take religion as a 10?
Okay. So yeah, you kind of throw your voice out there, and there's silence for about there's a kind of awkward minute of silence where you start to feel a little bit silly, and a voice does come into your head. It's not you. This is the voice of Valorian that now speaks to you after a minute. They are children of Tiamat, not of our Lord. I do not think there is anything that he could do for them.
Could I respond?
You can, yeah. You can commune with Valorian whenever you want. I mean, this is what he's responding to because he heard you send the prayer out.
It's being nosy.
But obviously he knows you're not getting a response, so he's volunteering his opinion on this. But you can commune with Valorian whenever you want.
Yeah. What would you suggest I do?
The chromatics are innately evil. This is true. It is in their very nature. Black dragons are, some would say, amongst the worst. They are cunning and cruel. But if destroying them would weigh on your conscience, it would not be a sin to let nature take its course. Know only that you would need to be vigilant for the day when they might come of age. I did not serve Bahamut by seeking out any clutch of eggs and slaying infants, but by stopping tyranny where it arose. The choice is yours, ultimately.
Okay. 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 I think Rogar will just sit there for a few more minutes and just have a little think.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
I'll give Grishnak my potion of great healing.
Okay.
Has
So
it
you
been
get
10
20 hit
minutes?
points.
Or 20 minutes?
Well, how much was that? Sorry.
20 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
And you know what? Have an extra 6. Treat yourself.
Rory does his little healing hands trick.
Ow! Oh, sorry.
Okay. It's not quite been the full time yet, Gortrek, so we'll come to you in a moment. Cal, is there anything you're doing?
I don't think there's really anything that I want to do at this point. We've sort of felt up the dead dragon.
Yeah, no, you've searched the body. There's nothing of interest there. He doesn't have a mask.
Can we take his head?
You could take
Please
his head.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop it in Rory's bag.
No, you're not. No, I step away. You want that head? You're putting it on your belt and you're walking out here with it, young man.
I can put it in my own bag. How much does it weigh?
A head? Probably a few pounds, maybe
Okay.
half
what
a
was
dozen
his
pounds. His name, you never asked him.
Yeah, okay. I
Bit
will
busy.
say head of.
You know what? Save it for when we encounter that other half dragon.
Yep.
I'm sure they're not related.
Oh yeah, that is a bit racist.
Racialist man.
I would
that-
say
Cal, could I-
you do remember the kobolds did say that her lieutenant had stayed behind.
Well, actually, could I not hold the head up to them and say, Mud?
Yes?
What's your name?
That one. Ubalzi.
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 Nice.
He's a bastard. A bad man.
Well, he's a dead bastard now, and I'm taking his head to show to other people what we do to fucking idiots playing with fire.
He was a nasty man.
Speaking of that, Cal, could we all speak over here for a moment? And I'll point over there.
Excuse me, Mud.
Could you all...
Well, as he says, Mud does turn and starts pattering over towards you, Rogar, as you're sat there in deep in thought.
Where's
You
Rory
hurt?
John?
No, I'm fine. Thank you, Mud.
Okay.
He's just kind of stood there with his hands clasped before him, so rocking side to side slightly.
We do good?
Yes, very good.
Oh, good, good. So you won't kill us?
No,
And you won't break eggs?
I will not break the eggs.
Oh. That's relief, because Ubalzi said he said you would kill us. And break the eggs.
No, I gave you my word.
Oh.
The eggs, I want to save them.
Save?
But I think I need your help.
How? How help?
If the eggs stay here, the cult will return and take them and enslave them.
Oh, no. So, what's the plan?
I need to think.
Okay. I wait.
But
I think I might have a plan.
Rogar's response to Cal's plans. Oh.
My
I just want you to know whatever
Is
you're
it-
thinking.
Begin with fire and end with ball.
No, it's nothing bad. So, I mean, I suppose I'll go and whisper to Gotrek first. Would we have a use for dragons down in the forge with our cousins?
Gusher's kind of scratching his head at that, like.
If can you not make some sort of contraption to keep them in line?
are you talking in common?
I am talking in Dwarvish. Sorry.
I might be able to do something similar, maybe to. It could work. Trial and error. Aye, actually, I'm confident in my skills. I should be able to create a harness or something that maybe stunts their growth so they actually only stay small. Maybe. So they'll be forever, basically, tiny. Or however big they are.
But they'd be big enough to haul things around and
Aye, maybe I could even use... I don't
Sort of-
know.
use them for smelting and
Would Gotrek know about black dragons not actually breathing fire?
Can you do me a nature check?
I don't know. I know fuck all about dragons.
You are so lucky you're speaking in fucking Dwarvish, let me tell you that.
You only really know the legends about dragons, although you do know that. I'd say in terms of, yeah, you only really know the legends. You know that not all dragons breathe fire. You know the different colours do. You know, they have different breath attacks. You saw the blue dragon breathe lightning, for example.
Aye, something could be done, possibly.
But I'm just thinking, if we're telling these that the kobolds we're not going to kill them.
Obviously, I'm only 5 feet away, and I speak Dwarvish, so I just turn to him and mutter, "You do realise that pretty soon those dragons are going to be smarter than us."
Aye.
Not if his contraption works.
Gotrek's quite conflicted at this. He's just thinking. He's like,
Because everyone's having a go, Grishnak, do me a nature check. I want to see if any of you fuckers know anything about dragons.
Rory only researched the Draconic Pantheon, he never researched actual dragons.
So Grishnak, you know that dragons are born. They're already quite large when they hatch. You know they have long lifespans, but they mature fairly quickly. And they kind of don't stop growing, essentially. The older they get, the bigger they get. They are highly intelligent. Like, yeah, that's... I would say, listening to this conversation between Cal and Gotrek, you're there just a little bit like, what?
So to mirror that conversation,
Yes,
I wanna
Ruri
be
and
talking
Rogar.
to Rogar, and I say, I think we're on the same page. I think I need to be quite honest.
Oh, Robot Ruri.
Oh, Robot, am I good?
Yeah, you better know.
There you go. Back now.
You actually started talking again while the robot thing was still going on. That was weird. Sorry, carry on.
Oh God.
It's alright.
Rogar, I just want you to know that whatever you do, whatever you think is right, I stand with you.
I think Rogar gives you a very meaningful nod and a smile? Dragonborn smile?
Dragonborn can smile.
Yeah, sure. Just bare my teeth. I'll stand up, I guess, and do a stretch. I think we should all talk.
I'll turn around and I'll say, "Excuse me, lads. Burning Blades meeting up here. Let's go."
Okay, Godric, you have finished identifying the items.
Cool. What
The sword is a corrosive scimitar. It's a scimitar. It does an additional 1d4 acid damage on a hit. The halberd is a shocking halberd. Absolutely shocking. So it's halberd. It does 1d4 lightning damage, additional. If you land a critical hit with it, then the target has disadvantage on their attack rolls until the start of your next turn. It's kind of like it's basically the shocking grasp effect on a weapon. Think of it that way. So yeah, that's what you've got. So yeah, you're heading up onto the ledge to have your little meeting.
I'll tell Mud. I'll just be like, Mud, can you make sure that everybody is okay down here? I need you to be in charge of these kobolds now for me.
You want me to stay here?
Yes. I need to
Oh.
talk to the others and make sure we're all aligned
Aligned?
with Bahamut's message. I'm starting to feel guilty about lying to Mud.
Okay.
Kind of watches you as you walk. He's still stood there, kind of like feet together, hands clasped in front of him, just watching you walk away.
While we're waiting for Rogar to come up, I just say to Gotrek, like, just offhand in Dwarvish, that machine that you're talking about designing, you might as well try and design a machine to draw the rain.
I think I could do that as well, actually.
Yeah, Gotrek probably does think he could do that as well.
So
There is
between me
no-
and
Sorry.
between me and Gotrek, can we make sort of like a message chain so that we don't have to speak out loud?
The problem with that is that no
can
one
just
else
say
will
no,
be
that's
able to hear the messages. So you can message Rogar, he can communicate back to you. You could then, but no one else will hear what Rogar messaged back to you. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's-
Instead of that, could I just obnoxiously play mandolin over our conversation?
I'd say
so it's
you
not
guys can
just-
probably all talk quietly enough that you're not going to be overheard. It's a large chamber, and like there's
Okay.
echoing, echoing sounds coming in from other parts of the dungeon, dripping of water. Sorry, what was that, Cal?
I had Lehman's tiny hut.
There's no one within 30 foot of us. So.
No, you're all right. You can whisper this conversation. Don't worry about it.
So what's the plan then?
I think we need to take the eggs from here. I do not want to destroy them.
I think we all agree on that. Even though they're innately evil, they haven't done anything yet. So
Exactly.
It's kind of wrong.
Indeed. But where to take them is the issue. If it is warm in here, perhaps taking them somewhere cold will slow their growth.
We could head north. Keep them somewhere up. Maybe
Green
even, I
Shanda
know.
is very cold.
Cal, do you want to tell them your idea?
Well, we were thinking if Gotrek might be able to make something to not enslave them as such.
That's a terrible word. Like, I'm like, what?
Stop them growing.
I keep them as small as possible after they hatch, like a harness or something, so they can, they won't be stunted mentally, but physically.
Well, that's some sort of micro dragon.
I know, not like a micro dragon. What's a micro anyway?
I think Rogar closes his eyes for a second and just holds his hand up like, stop.
What?
As much as I dislike dragons, I will not do this to a living creature.
I would also say, I mean, yeah, your nature check earlier didn't go down great, which is why you didn't recognise anything about the eggs. I'm being kind. Simply as a dragonborn, you know more about dragons just innately. Yeah, I would say that along with Grishnak, you know enough to know that the idea of creating some kind of harness with the intention of stunting their growth doesn't sound workable.
Or ethical, to be honest.
Yeah.
It sounds. I don't know. I would say as Godric and Cal are describing this idea, you're just having visions of Mithril Hall of Wave Echo Cave just being overrun by fledgling dragons as they rip their way through harnesses.
This will not work.
All right,
I
that's fine.
need you to understand, though. I need you to not just say, "Okay, well, fair enough." As long as I am a member of the Burning Blades, I will never endorse enslaving any creature, doing this to any. Where do you draw the line?
Well,
Would you do this to a person? Of course it is.
No, it's not. It's stunting their growth. It's not slavery. Slavery would
That's-
imply then that we put them to work, don't feed them,
Gotrek,
then they die.
stunting the growth of a creature is the act of a tyrant. Are you a tyrant?
Well, no.
Why?
Well, no one here wants to kill them, and everyone here says black dragons are innately evil, so when they grow up, they're going to kill thousands, if
So
not hundreds.
we stop them from hatching. We make it so that they
you're
can't
killing
hatch.
them.
What if
No,
they're
we're
not
not.
innately evil?
Aye, exactly. What if then, another idea, we give them, I know this sounds like an absolutely silly idea, but does anyone know of any other dragons? Strange, like silly as it sounds. Like, you obviously got the black dragons, blue dragons, the chromatic. What about the other ones?
What, like good dragons?
Aye, ones that
There
don't
is-
burn and pillage and destroy the world.
Metallic dragons.
Aye.
Yes, in my city there is many. Well, we have a monument in one of the public areas to a I forget whether he was brass or copper, but he was a good dragon. He served the city.
Then why not take him back there?
Well,
Take the eggs to there then.
Well, he's just a statue. He's not. I mean, it's
Gotta have something. They must have not just gone build a stone dragon just because it's cool.
well, I mean, and pardon me if I'm not understanding correctly, but Rogar, Rory, you both worship dragons.
I don't worship dragons. My brother worships dragons.
Ah, fair enough.
I don't worship Bahamut.
Bahamut is not my boyfriend. He's just a boy who happens to be a friend. Okay.
Basically, yeah. But I don't think Rogar he doesn't worship him.
Okay. Well, you're well in with Bahamut. And you probably know people who probably know a lot more about this sort of stuff than us pack of idiots, if I'm honest.
Yes.
Why don't we talk to someone like that? Why don't we take the eggs and speak to somebody who probably knows their arsehole from their elbow about this sort of stuff?
I think that is a good idea.
I just tap Gotrek and say, "Did he just call me a fucking idiot?"
I think he called us both idiots.
You
I'll
both
call
are
us all
idiots.
idiots.
Gottrik's just gonna put his arms up like.
Okay, so Rogar, can you get your little army of kobolds to carry the eggs, or are we gonna have to carry them?
I'm sure we can all carry them between us, but in speaking about the kobolds, what?
What do we do?
Well, they're not gonna let us walk out of here with the eggs.
Aye, my guess is they're gonna accompany the eggs as well.
Is there anything to be said for just sending the kobolds with the eggs up north, telling them to keep in a cold area, but at least for now until we find out a safer place?
They
for
could
them?
be accepted by the
It might be a
dragon
little
cult.
bit dense.
As
If you try and get them to go into the cold, they'll tell you they won't go with the eggs.
Well-
I don't know.
I don't know if they know much about the eggs. I point to them like bowing to the eggs. They clearly think very highly of the eggs, but
yeah,
really
but I mean, they don't seem. Well, how can I put it? They seem a bit fickle.
yeah,
I mean, your boy Mud, he seems alright, but the other ones, they're ready to turn on us then.
that is true.
Can you imagine those bringing up a bunch of dragons? What if they fucking hatch?
I don't think they'd bring up the dragons. I think the dragons them when they hatched. To be quite honest.
Maybe
Ugh.
I can
A
talk
bit
to
like-
the kobolds,
A
convince
bit
them.
like a parasitic insect eating its host from the inside out.
Well, I'll be
Whatever
honest,
we do, we
lads.
need to leave.
I'm torn about the whole thing. I mean, I get what you're saying. They haven't hatched. We don't know if they're evil or not. I mean, history would err on the side of, yeah, fucking evil. But we don't know. But then on the other hand, I mean, if you could go back and kill Tiamat when she was a fucking egg, if she ever was. I don't fucking know. Would you do it?
Maybe if, for instance, if I don't even know if Tiamat ever was an egg, but
Let's just say she is, for argument's sake.
maybe she could be raised to be different. Nature versus nurture, if you will. Let me talk to the kobolds and see if we can walk out here with the eggs and take them somewhere safe. Maybe they can stay here in the cave.
I don't think this is a wise decision, them staying in this cave. What if the cult comes back, claims the eggs, and then they'll use them later?
No, we take the eggs. The kobolds
The
can
kobolds
stay
stay
here.
in the cave.
Okay, same then. What if they come back and kill the kobolds? Or
Well, why don't we
press
give
them
them the
to sex?
decision?
let
We'll
them
see,
decide.
we'll see what they want to do. Would you like some backup, Rogar?
Yes, thank you, Rory. What do you think?
Okay.
Should we go? Should we do this?
I think we should see what the kobolds want to do first. That would be a big help to see what obstacles we may have.
Okay.
So as you
Be right
descend
back.
into the pit, Mud quite quickly comes bounding up to you.
You are all drawing a line with Bahamut?
Yes, we are. I think we've come to a decision. I need to talk to your companions here.
Ah. Okay. You lot. Go over here. Quick, quick.
You'll start to kind of cluster around. They all look a little bit. There's like a nervousness to them as they gather around.
Are they nervous? They're literally surrounding.
They look sheepish.
Right.
And actually, one of them, this little winged one, does come up and whisper something in Mud's ear.
Hod says, sorry about the rock.
I look at the one that threw the rock, and I just nod like, it's all right. I'm gonna take my shield off and lean it against this stalagmite.
This one next to you is a stalagmite, so it's coming up.
Yeah, so I'll drop my shield and lean it against the stalagmite, just to be like, hey, look, I'm a nice guy. I'm reasonable. I'm not gonna beat you with my shield.
You're gonna David Brent this shit.
Yeah.
Mr. Grimfrost, that's my father. Call me Rogar,
Oh.
Fucking hell. Okay. Oh no. How am I supposed to think now? Kobolds. You have been abused, enslaved, dictated to by this dragon cult. You are now free. What would you do with your freedom?
Yeah, there's a general low-level kind of chattering back and forth. And kind of Mud looks thoughtful for a while.
Well, yes, they enslave us. They make us look after their drakes and the eggs. And now we are free. We will look after the eggs.
Okay. There is an issue with the eggs.
Fun with the eggs.
The cult will return here,
Oh.
and they will take the eggs,
Oh,
and they will, and when the dragons hatch, they will enslave them.
no.
Yes.
Oh.
The dragons within could be very dangerous to the surrounding lands
Yes.
if brought up and if raised by the cult and enslaved, and they know only hate and destruction. I would not want that for any living creature. I suggest We take the eggs, my party and I take the eggs somewhere safe. Somewhere they cannot be abused and harmed.
There's a lot of heads cocked to one side at what you're saying. There's like a look of, almost incomprehension on a lot of the faces looking at you right now. And like Mud's there kind of, you can see his lips, well, he doesn't have lips, he's a reptile, but there's like kind of mouth moving along as he's kind of repeating what you just said to himself.
So. Taking the eggs to be safe.
Yes, to be safe.
We take the eggs somewhere safe.
My friends and I can take the eggs somewhere safe.
Ah, we are friends.
Mud, if you like, you may accompany us.
Yes.
But the rest of you, having a roving band of kobolds, it might not go down so well in the towns and cities, if you understand.
Towns and cities not safe.
No.
Not safe for eggs.
Not safe for eggs, not safe for kobolds. Not everybody is as understanding as we are.
But how? If you take eggs, and we stay here, how we look after the eggs?
You can go, and yes, as Rory says, you can go anywhere you want.
Rogar, I think it might be easier if I show them.
Yes, please, Rory.
I would like to cast Silent Image behind me.
Okay.
And I would like to make a 15-foot image of one of the eggs surrounded by these kobolds. And using my actions every round, I animate the image so that the egg hatches, a black dragon comes out, and he starts to eat all the kobolds.
Oh, yeah!
Okay. Interesting. Okay, roll me.
Oh, shit, Rory! That's dope. That's so fucking
No,
dope.
it is. Yeah, do me a persuasion with advantage.
Nice.
Okay. They reel back at this sight. There's a sudden kind of muttering like,
Oh, no. What you show us? What is this?
one of them even tries to like poke the image. And obviously his hand goes
Don't
through
touch
it.
it! Don't touch it!
Huh?
This is an event that could come to pass if the eggs were to hatch with you protecting them. You are very formidable, it is true, but I fear you are not strong enough to keep yourself safe.
The dragons would eat us?
I think so, yes.
But
you nurture them while they're in eggs, but once they're hatched, they have no need of you, I'm afraid.
But we love dragons.
No, you do.
They are noble. They are strong, and they will protect us. They always tell us dragons will protect us.
I'm sure there is a dragon out there that would protect you, but I'm afraid I don't think these dragons are them.
But they lie.
See, Mud's eyes now are just like welled up. He looks devastated by this.
Oh, Mud! I put my hand on
Sorry.
Mud's shoulder.
The people, our elders, they all say, big people, they always push us around. They kick us. They kill us. Dragons are like big parents who would look after us, but...
But I want you to understand that your elders may have not lied to you. They may have believed this truly in their hearts. It's not their fault. They would have believed this just as you had.
Have you ever met a dragon?
No.
Exactly.
Yes. No, there was There was that one.
What?
Blue dragon. Very big.
Oh,
Oh, that dragon.
he tried to
Yeah.
kill us.
Tried to kill you?
He did.
And this blue dragon, did he strike you as a noble sort of chap?
We weren't allowed very close. Looked splendid.
Yeah, do you know why you weren't allowed close?
No?
Because he'd have fucking eaten you.
Oh.
Do you get it
No.
now?
He just kind of flops down and sits on the floor, kind of just looking. He's like gazing off into like nothing, just looking like someone whose entire world image has just been. Their entire worldview has just been shattered.
I just mutter to Gotrek in Dwarvish. I feel kind of bad about that, actually. I think you needed to hear it.
It's like kicking a puppy.
Then
It's
who
for his own
protects?
good.
Then who protects the kobolds?
Kobolds protect the kobolds. You are a society. You are a family of sorts.
That's true. We are old brothers.
Oh,
Rogar,
wow.
that's quite impressive, actually. I've only got 2 brothers myself and about half a dozen cousins, but still.
Oh yes, big spawning.
Big spawning, I see.
Yeah, many eggs.
You might like.
Rory's cut out.
We lost you halfway through your sentence there, mate. What was that?
Yeah, he's dying.
He's
I think.
gone.
Mud does, as he's kind of sat there, he has that sudden expression of a thought occurs, and he just kind of tugs at your hand as you stood there next to him.
You say, Bahamut protect us. Bahamut dragon?
Yes, there are many different types of dragon. And he is a dragon god, a benevolent, good god. Tiamat is his opposite: evil, destruction, death, hate. That is where your treatment has come from. They follow a hated creature, and they in turn are cruel to you. If you want to follow Bahamut, and you are true in your hearts, he may grant you a portion of his power to do good with. Does that make sense?
He's there, like, scratching his chin.
Brothers!
Come on! And they kind of huddle around, and you can hear this kind of nattering back and forth in Draconic. And you can kind of, it's whispered, but you can catch bits of here and there. Say, oh, what do we want? We want to eat. We want to not get eaten. Yes, definitely not get eaten. We want to be safe. Okay, we want to be warm. We want to eat. All right, cool. Mud turns around. We go to Bahamut. He'll protect us.
Okay.
I got. What if we take them back to Fandolin and they could work in the cave? My cousin would pay them well. They'd have shelter, work. They'd have a new purpose.
Is Bahamut in his cave?
Bahamut is not in the cave.
Ah, we're not going to the cave.
Bahamut
It sounds shit.
Bahamut.
Sorry.
Okay.
We'll go to Bahamut. He'll protect us.
Okay, I need you to understand something.
What?
Is that Bahamut exists on a. We are on the middle layer of our existence. Bahamut exists on one of the many, many higher layers, while Tiamat exists on lower layers. And I'm
Okay.
afraid
We have to climb a mountain.
the only way I know to leave this layer is death.
Ugh.
All right, Jim Jones.
That's
I'm
the thing
sorry
we
to do
didn't
this,
want.
so- exactly. So, but what I mean is that if you serve Bahamut for your lives, if you believe in him, then he will welcome you when you are passed on from this plane of existence. But until that happens, he's not strictly tangible. He exists in here, and I'll to my heart.
Okay.
Like, have
He looks very thoughtful for a moment, and then kind of again like an idea has struck him.
You say Bahamut and Tiamat are opposites. Different.
Yeah. Yes.
And you say those ones. He points to the eggs.
And they are like Tiamat.
They are.
They could be.
Then there are opposites here. Dragons
Yes,
not
there
like
are-
Tiamat. Dragons like Bahamut.
I'll take a look. Are there any different coloured eggs around? Mud?
No. These are the only eggs here.
And they're all black.
From what you, yeah.
Yeah.
So from what you looked at, what you've seen.
Mud, I do not know.
No, not here, but
Ah.
on this layer.
There are
Yes.
stories. Yes, definitely. I've heard them myself. I've never met one, but I have faith they exist.
Kind of looks around at all of the others, and there's like a nodding.
We find them. So, what about eggs?
We can take the eggs. We will not destroy them. We will look after them. If they hatch, we can try and help them.
And you make sure they won't eat us?
We will make sure they do not eat you.
Okay. Here's the plan.
I mean, it's just a thought, but I don't know if there's any temples of Bahamut around here.
There's a Django. There's one in Waterdeep, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. There's one in my city. There's one back home in Waterdeep.
Well, they could always go there then.
Oh, that.
We
It's
would
a
have to
marvellous
accompany
idea.
them.
Well, yeah. I don't think the gate guards in Waterdeep are going to let a bunch of kobolds through unattended. No offence, lads.
And they kind of shrug. Like,
I
yeah,
think- I
well.
think the kobolds, just like us, are very misunderstood.
So, what are you doing, Mud? Are you saying that you are going to go and find these other dragons?
Yes. They will protect. They'll protect little kobolds.
I think a
So
little,
give Rogar a look, like, close enough.
I think a little smile comes over Rogar's face, like, yeah, this is a noble quest.
A quest. Ah. Kobolds are an adventure.
All right, lovely.
Well then, why don't we all go to Waterdeep, take the eggs with us.
Oh,
Oh, wait a minute.
No,
No,
it's
let's
fine,
not
we
go
can
to
go.
Waterdeep. No, actually, yeah, probably best not to go to Waterdeep.
Grishnak, honestly, the last time I was there, I met 3 of these dragon cultists, and over the past few days, we have killed many dozen. So I feel very safe with you all around me.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be welcome in Waterdeep either, if I'm honest, but we probably need to drop off the kobolds.
I hand Grishnak one of my masks.
That's worse.
It sounds like the kobolds are going to make their own way in life now.
Oh, well, if that's the case, we can piss off somewhere cold then. Take the eggs.
Indeed.
Before we leave, I'd like to present Mud with my crimson dagger
Oh,
Okay.
because he has been honest and helped us from the start and helped us keep everyone on side.
Yeah.
So I hand him my crimson dagger and say, "Here, you're probably going to need something to keep yourself safe, and your little sticker doesn't seem to do much damage."
I'll cast light on it.
Ah. A token of trust.
And if
Well
you,
done, Max.
you know, you ever find yourself in trouble, you can always come and seek us out in Fandolin.
Vandalin. Okay.
Well, yeah, you're one of the Crimson Blades now. You've got that.
The what?
Burning blades.
Burning Blades.
Sorry, it's a workshopping process. We went through a few different names.
We're rebranding and all that.
Right.
Yeah, new business cards are due soon.
Oh yeah. Where are they actually?
Gone for the 400-gram
Okay.
Matt Lamb. They're going to be sweet.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that we never expected to find an ally in here. So, yeah.
I think Rogar should knight Mud. As he sees Rogar as the Lord.
Bloody tempted.
He's already knighted someone this campaign.
Yeah, just going around knighting people. Boom,
Just
boom.
knighting people.
Boo boo.
You get a knighthood. You get a knighthood.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. I suggest
I'm
you
very
all.
aware. Yeah, you go on.
I'll say to the kobolds, I suggest you all scour the cave for supplies and start to make your preparations. We will take the eggs and look after them.
Okay. We gather our things. We go. Kobolds,
Yeah.
on me.
Behave
before
yourself,
Mud,
lads.
just before Mud leaves, I just put my hand on his shoulder and just give him a look in the eyes, like, thank you. Do a little silent prayer to Bahamut to try and protect and Mud.
Oh, thank you. Rogar Grimfrost. My name, he puts his hand on his chest, is Diro.
Have we? I'm sorry. Have we been calling you Mud this whole time, and that's not even been your name?
No. I said my name was Mud. My name didn't matter. I wanted you to not kill me.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
It does. You are aware that it is a saying. My name is Mud, as in my name doesn't matter.
Right. Okay. Wow, you've outsmarted us, Jiro. Well done.
Marcher, give me my blood. No, I'm joking.
Diro will go. Lead his people. I'll see you again.
Rogar, do you have that statue of yourself?
Do I have that statue of myself?
Do you? I don't know.
I didn't. I
I
never.
remember Oscar making
I do not get involved in your inventory management.
I mean, I didn't add it to my inventory. I guess I would have left it. I wouldn't carry it if I had it. It'd be back.
Okay,
in
fair
It's back
Fandolin.
fandom. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I kind of get the impression Rogar's the sort of person who get given a statue himself, go, oh, that's very nice, and then put it in a drawer and never look at it again.
Yeah. Such a shame. I wish you'd just given me the money, to be honest.
I
Did
don't
not
suppose
get
you
a
kept a
receipt,
receipt.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
no worries.
what I will, I'll be like, I haven't got my statue, and I'll go in my backpack, and I'll hand Duro a scroll, and I'll just say, if you never need to enact my name with anyone, use this, and I will open it. And has anybody got a quill or something going
I got
on
it. I
with?
can copy it for you.
Okay. And I dictate, like, I, Rogar Grimfrost, Lord of blah 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 blah, hereby grant Duro of the kobolds use of my name, free will, blah 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 blah. And
Yeah.
I'm going to give him my scroll of pedigree.
Okay.
Do I have to do a check for that, or is it just cool?
Yeah, no, that's cool. So yeah, as you read also, I mean, if you want to do a calligrapher's check, you can. See how flowery you can make it.
Yeah. What's thing?
I'd say it's dexterity because it's.
I will say, Rory, before you start writing, I don't think anybody's going to believe that is my handwriting.
I could try and copy your handwriting. I'm quite good with these tools now, Rogar. I mean, it's not a lot to do when I'm stuck in that temple all day, you know.
Yeah, do a calligrapher's dexterity check.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that you've come both
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it looks pretty much. It's a little bit. You can't help yourself. It's a little bit neater, and a little bit. There's little flourishes here and there, but other than that, it looks pretty spot on.
I'll have like the letter Rogar sent me next to it while I'm writing. So
And Rogar, were you dictating that out loud as you went through that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that out
So as
loud.
you finish, Ruri, and you hand this scroll to Duro, he looks at it.
This says all of that.
yes, and
He's holding it, but he's holding it sideways, just looking at it, he's looking at left. He looks like someone who's seen people read. He's kind of turning it around and looking at it from different angles, and just like,
okay, I'm
Wow.
gonna take his head and I'm gonna tilt it to the side like he did to me.
yeah, and he's looking like
I mean, it
Don't
still
worry.
looks like scratches to me, but okay.
just rolls it
Don't
up.
worry, Juro. That's more for other people who would have ill will towards you.
Very well.
He kind of rolls it up and then holds it above his head like a baton.
Okay, we go.
And with that,
Bye.
they all start to gather up.
Finally got to use those tools.
So I'm
I
just gonna
finally got to give away the last of my starting equipment.
finally get rid of that shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
come full circle.
Gather them all up. They do. They kind of form up into a bit of a loose, motley gang and disappear off. And you can hear them like nattering and chattering as they disappear off back down the corridors.
Ugh. Right, should we get these fucking eggs? Let's smash them!
What about the drapes on the way out?
Oh gosh.
Well, they can't get up, can they? They were stuck in a...
They were trapped down a pit and they were essentially locked down there.
Okay,
They weren't like
let's-
adult ones anyway, were they? They were like.
Juvenile, yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
Much
we need to free
Duro
them.
told you they hadn't finished. They were still growing. They hadn't finished training yet.
Guys, we can't
Mate.
leave them here.
Maybe the kobolds could take them, ride them.
I think they would.
That'd
go
great.
bolt.
Like into a town.
Yeah.
They'd all be killed.
It is not a strange thing. I while you were all away, there was a kobold actually came riding into Vandalin.
Really? On a drake?
No, on a what was it again? It was a was it?
It was a giant. I want to see if you can remember.
I think it was a giant rodent or something like
The
a
giant weasel.
a giant weasel. Yeah.
Oh my!
Yes, a Scrat, I believe his name was. He was of the Waterdeep Platinum Order. Him and two other paladins. So it is not unheard of for kobolds to, do good and be productive members of society. Anyway, should we smash his eggs?
I just as Rogar finishes saying that, it is punctuated by you can hear like some clattering off in a distant like echoes of clattering from a distant chamber and a bit of shouting. Ah!
I'm just like wincing, like, "Oh, come on, guys, don't let me down."
They're on their own now, boys.
It doesn't sound like a pained yelp. It sounds more like a kind of surprised.
Okay, so are we smashing the eggs?
No, that was a joke.
Can we try and lift the eggs?
So each egg, each egg weighs about 150 pounds.
Okay.
They're not super light, but I would say. I mean, hang on, let's check with. What's Gortrix carrying? Yeah, I'd say all of you could lift an egg, except for Rory. Rory, you
Can I
cannot
lift
lift
one
these.
with my unseen servant?
Is there a limit on what he can carry?
There is no limit. It says it can perform simple tasks that a servant could do.
Okay, then I would say yes, your unseen servant can lift one. Godric and Cal, you can lift them. However, because they're almost as big as you, they are awkward to move with.
Okay.
Hasn't Grishnak got like a carrying capacity of like 1,000 pounds?
Let's just give me one moment.
it's
So
like
it's 15
fair,
times your strength, isn't it? So 15
Yes.
times 19 times 2. I can carry 570 pounds.
So in terms of weight,
I'm currently carrying 113, so I can carry all those eggs if you want.
it's in terms of weight, you could definitely carry them. It's more that thing of each one is, they're about 3 feet tall.
Big boys.
They're about 1.5 feet wide-ish.
So
It's kind of it's managing them. Carrying the weight is not a problem, but it's
I could definitely carry 2 then.
you'd have to move carefully, but you could carry 2.
Like big beer kegs.
one under each arm.
I'm just wondering if we can like get some kind of check the cave. Is there a wagon, a door that we can lash some rope to and kind of put them all
would
on?
one fit in that chest that we just looted in the other
No,
room?
that chest was quite small.
Question: have we got? So basically, we've got time now. We don't have to explore the rest of the cave, right?
I mean, it's up to you. You know that there are a couple of chambers that you didn't go in.
Well, what if I can make oh god, what's it called? A stretcher for the eggs.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
I can make one. 1 second.
We've got the cloaks.
I
We've also got rope as well.
Yeah, we've got rope. We could just sort of like tie the eggs to ourselves.
And
Well,
drag
yeah.
them.
Yeah, I was going to say I can use my channel divinity to create metal bars, and then we can use the cloaks to strap in between the 2 bars to like carry them.
I could carry one back on Taraxis. I think he can take the weight.
All workable ideas.
Yeah, we've got lots of.
Well, if we can get all 3 into a stretcher type scenario,
Did we bring the mounts?
No, we didn't, did we?
I thought you did, yeah, but you left them
Oh, they're at the cave,
at
aren't
that
they?
cave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. So if we between us get them back to the cave as is, grab like some wood or a door from here just in case, and then we fashion something back there. I really want to get out of here.
I was
Where?
gonna say if we pick up the metal weapons that they've all dropped, like the cultists and
God,
stuff
Trek.
like that.
As you
Yes.
say this, stood at the top of the staircase, you do notice the iron bars making up the cage around the staircase.
Oh, of course.
Well, I can melt. Right, okay. So if we wait an hour, I can melt them down with my channel divinity, create thicker bars. We then use the cloaks and robes to like stitch together a
investigation.
stretcher.
How big are the bars?
They're fairly
Big enough.
solid. Yeah, I'd say they're big enough.
Big enough already. Okay.
I mean,
So it's just.
it's
So a big strong boy can pull them out. Looks at Grishnak.
I'd say if it's a thing of if you're happy to take the time, then yeah, you could easily work some of those bars free.
Because if they're stuck in the ground, I literally could just use my channel divinity to melt them out of the ground.
Yeah, that would work as well, and then kind of form them into the shape you need them to be.
Yeah.
There is another question there.
Hmm.
Almost equally important. Where are we taking these?
Oh fuck!
Well, we need to go back to Greenest first.
I say drop them in a river.
I mean, is Greenest going to be the safest place for them there?
No.
Well, no, but we're going there
'Cause
anyway, aren't we?
If you think that they want those eggs smashed, so what's to stop them from turning against us as soon as we say no, we're not smashing them?
Did they ever say they wanted them smashed?
Question: why don't we just take them? Do you know the guy who teleported us here? Is obviously a
Oh
wizard
yeah.
of some description. Could we not give them to the Harpers to deal with?
It's an option.
If we're gonna do that, I think I'd rather hand them over in reality. I wouldn't want to give them to the wizard guy. The
No,
guy
but I'm saying we give them to the Harpers, and I tell you what, we can even get paid for it as well.
keeps fucking
Well, if we
shaking.
want to give them to the Harpers, we have to meet. Leosin asked us to meet him somewhere.
Yeah.
Let me
Well,
just
we
could
consult the
even-
oracle.
Yep.
Why not give the X to Leosin as well? Because that's another option.
Yeah.
Leosin said if he wanted to go back and deal with the eggs, he didn't specify anything beyond that, so you're not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but Leosin's a dodgy bastard anyway.
Krishnak does not like Leosin.
He basically did what George Bush did during 9/11. He knew about it and just didn't stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially, yes.
So
For
if
different
we...
reasons, I would say. George Bush did
Yeah,
that so he could have justification to go to war. Leosin was trying to get more information, but yes, it's fundamentally the same thing.
Being a
What if we
fascist, a
take him back
fascist, but
to-
okay.
What if we take him back to Fandolin and hand him over to the Harpers that we know and trust?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I think that's the best idea, to be honest.
What's Sister Gabrielli going to do with the 3-foot dragon eggs? Here you go, Bob. Fit these in your little house.
Hey, if
Okay.
anyone can handle 3 dragon eggs, it's Gary.
Okay, boys, how about this?
Oi.
How
I am
about-
going to assume that while this discussion's going on, Gortrek, you are making this stretcher?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're busy doing your channel divinity, creating your little pool of molten metal in the ground, and
So,
like,
we don't
touching the
necessarily
metal
think of them-
bars, melting them off, of their, like, putting them into this, pulling them back out, like, cleaner and more fit for purpose. So yeah, while Gortrek's doing this deeply religious process up there.
Can we
Boys, we
spend
have
hit
it-
dice during this time as well?
Yeah, this would, if you're just sat around discussing what you want to do, I'll allow that as a short rest. The other option, of course, is that, you know, there are parts of this place you didn't explore, so if anyone wants to use this time to do that.
Nope.
Steps.
Boys, we have a freezer at the manor.
21.
We could put them in the freezer at the manor and then tell Sister Gabrielli that we have
That
the
is
eggs.
very well remembered. I assume you're talking about the little mini ravine underneath the manor. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. With the caves, the tunnels, the
Yeah.
entrance was sealed. Like, we've got a safe place for them.
That's actually
not bad.
true. You remember, yeah, it had this strange lingering enchantment, which I assume, Gortrek, you probably would have looked into in your time there. Yeah, it's not... That you're not sure where that came from, what's causing it. It's just this persistent, lingering... It's cold down there.
Could keep them there for now.
What if I'm wrong?
What do you mean?
What do you
What if
mean?
you're wrong?
What if the cold doesn't stop them and we unleash 3 dragons on
Well-
Fandolin?
Well, then they're under our house and we can deal with them.
I mean, we can kill 3 young dragons, no problem, I think.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. I will be upstairs.
I'm
I'd
thinking
hope
more while we're
so.
away. But
The options we have is whether we take them back to Fandolin now or we go to Elturand to see Leosin. He did say he would pay us, but at the same time, is it worth it?
I think we should go to Elturel anyway. But also, yeah, it might be worth going back to Fandolin. I don't know. It feels dodgy to be like, hey guys, we went away, we killed some shit. Oh, by the way, now there's 3 dragon eggs underneath the manor. Don't worry about it.
Right. Could I theoretically build like a failsafe? So, if they do hatch, could I maybe set something up so? Oh shit! When do I get access?
What if they hatch and they're all cuddly?
I'd just drop a rock on them. No, seriously, if you're that bothered with it, we could set up like I'll rig up a trap or something, and as soon as they hatch, it drops a rock on them or something.
If the cold doesn't stop them from hatching, you mean?
Yeah. If the cold doesn't stop them from hatching, we'd just quite as
Pressure
harsh as it is.
Or even you could build like a big cage. I know it won't be able to stop a dragon, but maybe a baby dragon for a little bit, and at least until we can
Yeah.
get back, just in case the cold doesn't stop it.
I have a vault in the mines, so I could stick them in the vault.
Is it
Is it cold there though?
No, I got an
Yeah, let's
incinerator.
not. No,
Yeah.
let's not do that.
No.
Okay, let's put them under the manor,
And I can booby trap it.
and
Yeah,
we can also
yeah.
ask Sister Gabrielli for advice as well.
I mean, if I could get a teleport to Bryn Shander, I could just bury him in the snow, and there's no chance. Although that's,
Do you know of any
Amazing.
circles there?
I mean, I'm guessing would there be a circle there? I mean, that's
Do me a history check.
ten.
You have a feeling that there should be. You know, it's that thing of you're trying to think back and you're remembering going, you're sure there is, you just can't Can't imagine anything beyond that.
Yeah.
If you'd rather
Thing
not
is-
have them with us, Rogar, yeah.
It'd be out the way, but also, is it just as bad as sentencing? Is it just as bad as smashing them?
Well, that's the thing.
mean-
If you're stopping them from hatching, you're effectively killing them anyway.
But I think it's well.
We're getting very
Yes,
close
just-
to having an abortion debate here.
Yeah.
It's just from my understanding, I don't know if putting them in the cold weather actually kills them. I don't know if it just like makes them dormant.
This is the thing. We are genuinely talking about now killing them. So it's either we let them hatch or we kill them. I think it's got to be cut and dry now.
So I
But
think
again, I don't think if we stop them from hatching, it's equivalent to killing them. I think it could just be them being dormant, and then if they were put back into heat, then they would hatch.
yeah, I think maybe it's best to go with a plan of find somebody who actually knows enough about dragons to give us some
Well, we
decent
can ask someone
advice.
Yeah.
in
So
British.
temporarily put them on ice until we can figure it out, basically.
Yeah.
AKA, forget this all happened.
Basically, put them under the manor, completely forget they're there, forget to ask anyone. 10 years
Come
later,
back, it's all gone.
I'm putting a note down in my notes saying, remember the dragon eggs under Fandolin.
Could find a way to fuse the 3 dragons together into some sort of King Ghidorah-esque.
get the
sorry?
3-headed dragon to fight Tiamat.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That'd be sick.
We
Okay,
could have-
Gotrek, how's the sling coming along?
It's got to be an hour.
Okay,
Hatch them, treat them right, ride them into battle.
What could possibly go wrong?
in it.
Does anyone want to wander around the cave with me?
I'll come for a wander.
Yeah, well,
Okay. Yeah, so...
I'll stay in guard. Gotrek.
Oh, there are 2 Rogars.
Rogar.
What? I didn't know you had duplicity.
Where's I don't. Yeah, I lost that token. Where's the other token gone?
It's there. It's under the torch.
What?
You just moved it.
Where's the other one then?
Oh, I just deleted it.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. That's yeah.
I was like,
You
oh,
killed my
there's
brother.
some weird kind
I
of...
lost
Okay,
it.
so...
My
Grishnak.
name is Montoya.
So
You
down
kill-
here, if you poke your head down there, there's a little chute going up. What is it showing you? Yeah. So there's a little chute going up with a ladder.
Ooh.
Oh, let's go up.
Okay.
After you.
Let's
Split the
move you
party.
up.
Split the party.
Okay. So where you are now, it's
Full of
so
mind
this
flayers.
chamber. It contains a writing desk with a stool. There are several tables with books and papers. There's a mirror on a floor stand. There's 2 oil lamps that are giving light. There are thick rugs that cover the floor. You actually have to push one out of the way. One of the rugs was covering this hole that you've come up through. What else is there?
It's someone's bedroom.
Yeah, if you go around the corner, in that little side bit here, there's this little smaller chamber contains a bed, and there's 2 trunks. One of which is open and empty. The other contains just some normal clothes. That's it, really. It does look like it was a lady's clothing. It's not like fancy dresses or anything like that. It's practical clothes, but just like normal, everyday.
Can I look at the writing desk to see if there's any diaries or anything to read?
Spread open on... There's various things. Spread open on one of the tables is a simple map of the Greenfields area. So the Greenfields is the region that Greenest lies within. And taking a look at it, what's circled, there's the scratches on it. You can't read what's written on it. You don't read the language. But it seems to show villages that the cults attacked and looted, as much as you're able to discern just from what they've highlighted, and then kind of like scratched off. There is an arrow sketched in from the Greenfields towards the west and the town of Beregost on the tradeway where the arrow turns north. There's a separate sheet of paper covered with numerals in columns. There's a note in the columns, but again, you don't... What are the languages you speak and read?
Elvish, Common, and let me just have a look. Actually, I don't know why I'm trying to remember off the top of my head when it's on the sheet. I know Orcish, Common, and Gorvish.
Yeah, so you don't speak this language.
What language is it, Krishna?
Not sure. Why don't you have a look, Rogar? You might speak it.
Rogar, you do speak it.
Hooray!
It is Draconic. Yeah, so you can confirm what Grishnak reckons. This map is simply showing the places they've attacked, including Greenest, and the smaller villages and hamlets around it. The notes in the columns on the other piece of paper says everything must be freighted north to Nerita. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Do I recognise that name?
Do I would say? Ooh, do you? That's a good question.
North.
Nerita.
How far north?
Nerita. Do me a history check.
Yes, sir. Come on, big boy. 11, not so big boy.
No, you've not heard of this.
Let's see if anyone else remembers.
Can I? Yeah, I'll be peeking under Rogar's arm. Can I do a history check?
Yeah. I'd say you and
think if I
Grishnak can both do history checks.
If I don't remember, I'll be like, Nerita, does that ring a bell for anyone?
Yeah. No, Cal,
Yes.
you're not very travelled in the world, Cal. I mean, this is the furthest you've ever come out of home, so you're always learning about new places.
Grishnak.
Yeah. I've got no.
No.
Come on.
None of you have ever heard of this place. The note also says, Resmir allowed us to keep some pearls, a ring, and a handful of small stones, which you did find. Other papers are of less interest. Most of it's just bad poetry about dragons.
Oh, please get me some of that.
You're welcome to write it, Ruri.
Can we tell who it belonged to, possibly?
From the writing?
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking from the handwriting or just from like what's written?
Just getting like an idea of, because I'm assuming it's the woman with the lance.
I would say that's well, you can't read this stuff because it's written in Draconic.
Oh yeah.
I would say that's a fair assessment. There's nothing in here to like outright confirm it, but that seems likely.
Has it got like on the front of the diary like a heart with like Frulam like Resmir on it? Just in a signature.
It doesn't. In fact,
this is Resmir.
You do get the impression from the tone of some of the notes that whoever wrote this really didn't like Resmir.
Oh. Okay. Well, too late now.
The room that you've gone into seems to have been a barracks of sorts. There are simple cots spread about on the floor. Nothing elaborate. Rummaging around, you don't really find anything of interest. I would say, do me an investigation check as you look around.
Can someone do it with advantage?
Wow.
Yes, someone can do it with advantage. So Cal, roll again.
Bad rolls.
That's a very bad roll.
Bad rolls.
No, you don't really find anything.
Gotcha. Do you think they're doing okay?
I get the sense of it. No.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
In here, Grishnak, so this chamber appears mostly empty. There's some overturned boxes, some of which are broken.
By the way, guys.
There's some scattered coins and small gems lying around on the floor. And lying on the floor over at the back is a cultist. Sleeping quite soundly, snoring loudly. And there's some empty bottles of wine lying next to them.
Fucking hell. I'll look at Grishnak and Cal and just be like, no.
I'm just gonna go up to him. I'm just gonna go up to him and just go, boo.
The Krishna sense is tingling.
Okay, so you go up, get right in front of his face, go boo. He snores in your face.
And then I'm just gonna go, said, and then I'm gonna kick him in the ribs. Boom!
So you kick him in the ribs. He goes, Jesus! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh shit! You're
Shit, indeed.
the guys who laid waste to the. Oh shit! And he kind of looks past you a little bit, Grishna. He kind of leans, so he's looking past you while trying not to break eye contact with you at the same time. It's like, help!
So I'm gonna drop you Bowles' head in his lap.
I was gonna say, have you still got that?
You drop the head in his lap.
So I drop you Bowles' head in his lap and say, if you're looking for these boys, I think you're gonna struggle.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Just kind of throws it from his lap, kind of rolls across the floor, kind of scuttles. Does that thing where he like pushes again, like with his legs while on his bum, and just scoots back into the corner and is like flattened against the wall, just like. Then suddenly remembers he's got a banging hangover, just like like hands on the side of his head. Oh no!
I sort of nudged the wine bottles with my foot. Well, I hope you saved some for us.
Yes. No.
Oh, I didn't want to hear that, did I?
I think you need to go all Batman on him and.
Oh no, I'm just winding him up.
I don't suppose mercy's out of the question.
Well, that depends what you know.
Yeah. What's mercy worth to you?
I know some stuff. Maybe.
Well, maybe ain't good enough, sunshine.
Well, it depends what you want to know. It depends what you want to know. I don't. I'm a grunt. I don't know a lot.
What have you got to tell?
They took it all. It's gone. Like all of the loot. It's not here anymore.
Where are you taking it to then?
Taking it to. The castle. Yeah, north. There's an outpost. They're taking it there.
Well, aren't you fucking vague? Where north? Get a name?
Nerita. Castle Nerita.
Oh, I already fucking knew that. We just read that.
I'm sorry. Look, I mean, they don't tell me everything, are they?
I suppose not. Well, your story checks out. Rogar, you seem to be the moral compass. What do you think we should do with this fine young chap?
I'll walk over to him, slowly pad over and get right in his face, and just like look, get as close as I can to his eyes. What crimes have you committed for the cult?
Theft. Mostly theft.
Any killing?
No.
Insight.
Yeah, go ahead. Insight. Yeah, he doesn't appear to be lying. I'm usually, what you might call, I kind of stayed at the back.
Why?
I get a bit, I don't like the fighting so much.
Why even join the cult?
Wealth, glory, place in a new world order.
Roll my eyes.
A new world order? You soft twat.
Oh.
If they get what they want, we're all fucking dead.
No, they said be a new age of, and the cult would be in charge, and
Tiamat
it'd be.
will be in charge.
Well, yeah, but they said, we would. If when that happens, which side do you want to be on? I didn't want to grow up and be a farmer, and I certainly didn't want to get killed by the cult. I mean, look, it was larks at first. I won't lie, it's all gotten a bit weird.
How old is this guy?
He looks to be early 20s.
What's your name, boy?
Feldor.
Where you from, Feldor?
Baldur's Gate.
Ugh.
Well, little village, a little bit outside Baldur's Gate, but, you know,
You got family?
yeah. They grow turnips.
What did your family think when you up and left them?
Don't know, didn't ask them.
I think you've been deceived, Feldor. You've been sold a lie, and you've been enslaved in order to do the dragon cult's bidding.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
There's no glory in this. This only ends. If it ends with them winning, it ends with Tiamat ruling over this world, subjugating all or killing all.
I mean, yeah, if you say so.
Yeah, we do say so.
Look, I just wanted to be on the... I want to be on the winning side.
I just point to the head on the floor. Does it look like you're on the running side, Sam?
Yeah, point taken.
Why don't you
Side.
fuck off back home and pick some turnips?
I mean... I guess... What do I tell him?
Tell him you're a cunt, but you're sorry.
Yeah, I suppose. He kind of...
Tell him you
He looks like
Tell him
he's... Sorry, carry on.
Sorry. Tell me you met a few people that are quite persuasive. Showing you the error of your ways.
I'd say Rogar, you're... But it's pretty high insight check. I can talk. I'd say observant. He looks at the moment like the way he's kind of fervently looking at you guys, and then like look into the tunnel you came in by and everything. He just looks like somebody trying to look for an out at the moment. I say he's nodding at what Grishnak's saying, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of conviction to it.
Turn around.
To him?
Yes,
Why?
because I'm asking you to.
Kind of slowly gets to his feet and very worried look on his face turns around.
I will grab him by the scruff of the neck and slap the manacles on him.
Okay. Well, wait, what are you doing?
You're talking shit. I don't think you regret what you've done. You're looking to run away, looking to get out. I think maybe if you answer to the people of Greenest,
Wait a
then
second.
maybe you'll change your mind.
They'll hang me.
No, I will
That's
not.
better than what I do to you.
Yeah.
I can man and pick up my head. and I'm just going to walk off.
Like, I can
Yeah,
imagine
no,
for you,
think
boy.
of
Come here, boy.
Gonna make you squeal, boy.
Maybe on the journey back, you can talk. Maybe we can talk, have a conversation. Maybe you
Okay.
would be spared this. But now, I grab him and shove him out the... Come on.
He just starts
Let's walk.
whimpering.
Carl's just sulking because he never gets to melt a mask to someone's face.
He's like, I imagine you're there with a mask in one hand and fire in your other hand, like, oh man.
God damn it. Okay, so Cal,
Yeah.
you find you come to what for a moment looks like a dead end, and then you notice, hang on, there's a it's kind of like where two walls overlap each other. Hard to describe. It seems quite clear from this side, and then you kind of step through and you find yourself, hang on, this is that main entrance hall. And turning around, looking at the wall, you cannot see where you just came through,
Yeah.
which perplexes the hell out of you. And it takes you a moment, but you realise, have you seen the labyrinth?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know when she meets the worm, and he tells her all about like secret, like
You
different
don't like it.
passageways. Well, would have led you straight to the castle. Yeah, you know basically when he tells her that, oh, there's a way just behind you. And it's that weird moment where it literally looks like it's a wall until she steps through, and then you realise it was a perspective thing. It's basically that. This doesn't seem to be a magical illusion. This is someone has very carefully cut this passageway so that if you're stood at unless you're stood at exactly the right angle on this side, it just looks like a flat wall.
Yeah.
But from the side that Rogar is on, you can actually see the way through.
Oh.
It's quite cunning. Just to make life easier, I will get rid of that.
Most cunning, my lord.
So you step through with the whimpering captive. Oh, I can get rid of these now. And in fact, as you step through, and you then hear like a kind of little bit of a chanting and a shouting that's it's getting progressively louder as you stand there looking a little bit puzzled, and then trumping up the steps come
the kobolds.
the kobolds, and they've got various sacks with them now, and they're carrying things like Duro's stood there at the head of this little column of kobolds as they're all chanting this little marching, jaunty song.
Oh, it's you guys. Hello.
Hello, Duro.
We are leaving now. We're off to find the dragon.
Good. Good luck.
We don't know where we seek him, but we will go.
Be careful.
Make sure you behave yourselves.
And you, my friend. Oh, hang on. Who's he?
Kind of shove him in the back. Just some young fool we found half drunk in one of the back caves.
Duro kind of comes up and he's holding the crimson dagger up in front of him, not in like a full-on like menacing way, just holding it in front of him like a you. And he gets right up closer.
You tricked us. I ought to cut your face.
Yeah, go. Please do.
Cut his face!
Please do. Cut. Make him remember why he should not be in a cult in the future.
He looks up at Eurogo with like a little questioning expression.
Duro, what do you feel is right? Do you think by cutting this man's face it will undo what he has done to you?
No. Sounds like a kind of thing Ubalzi would do.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not worth it.
And he puts the dagger back in his little belt loop. And he looks at the cultist. He just gives him a little slap. It's not hard. It's not like a proper hard one. It's more just like a, half speed, just kind of.
Oh, Duro.
Yeah. You take care of this one. Right. We go. We're off to find the dragon.
Find the dragon.
Literally had that in my head, but I was like, no, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to get that cheesy with it. And they do.
Gonna horrible death.
And they start marching back down the way out, and just as they get to the end of the time, just before they get out of sight, Duro turns and just kind of waves enthusiastically at you before they turn and traipse out.
Right.
Okay, let's remember
Anywhere
that these
else?
steps are a bit knackered at the bottom.
Yep, they are. The remains of those violet fungus still lying there. They've withered quickly. And in fact, you nudge one of the parts of severed bulb as you go past, and it just crumbles into dust now.
Cool.
I'll just push him in the back. Come on in, let's be having you.
Stairs. Yeah.
He stumbles down the stairs, but manages to catch himself.
These different stairs here.
No, that's where you crossed over. So that's technically the tunnel that's going over the top.
Yeah. Okay. And there's some over here.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
over here, there's some stairs going down. Like leaning against the wall at the top, there's a spear, like a short spear with this rusty, notched and pitted blade. And then the stairs down. Looking down the stairs, at the bottom, there seems to be what looks like several... You know those plastic curtains you get in like butchers, like where there's like several bits of plastic, kind of perspex.
Yeah.
Think that, but with leather.
Okay.
Oh God.
And there is a slight kind of there's a chill coming up from down there.
I'll grab
Are
the
we going
prisoner
into
and
the-
just be like, "What's down there?"
Are you saying this to the occultist?
Yeah.
It's food storage.
Well, you'll have no problem going down there first then.
No, but or to stop us stealing. It's the kobolds. They did something to the leather.
What did they do to the leather?
I don't know. We were just told don't go through. We'd regret it.
I'm gonna grab this guy by the scruff of the neck and pick him up off the floor a little bit, and it's like, "Stop lying."
Okay. They always use the spear to part the curtains.
Okay. So we've got the spear.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're making it very difficult for me.
I'll get the spear and I'll go down and part the beef curtains.
Sorry?
Food storage.
I mean, they kind of are.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
If curtains made out of leather.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's made from hundreds of heavy leather strips, and they're each about the width of a human hand.
So I'll get the spear in there and give it a little push.
Okay. So yeah, using the spear to part it, you can look through. The smell of old blood assaults your nose. The floor, beg your pardon. The floor is covered with dried puddles of it. There are 4 floor-to-ceiling columns spaced across the chamber. Chains have been strung between them like clotheslines. There's animal carcasses hanging on hooks. Gutted and skinned antelope, deer, goats, that sort of thing. Some of this meat has been here for a while, based on the smell. The cavern is naturally cold. It feels like it's a few degrees above freezing. The carcasses, they range from very fresh to several months old. But the meat is only cold, it's not frozen, so the older items are starting to go bad.
Well, we should probably take the fresher meat, to be fair.
Yeah, take the
Since-
fresher.
I'd say of all of it, there's 4 carcasses that are particularly fresh. 3 of them seem to be deer, and one of them is a goat.
Yeah, let's.
So should we add that to the group loot?
Well,
three head of deer and 1 head of goat.
you're putting a goat head in my bag.
No, it's actual meat. We got 4 carcasses of meat.
Okay, just don't let fucking Sif see us eating that.
Yeah, I would say that. That's the point. I would say
Take the head off.
the 5 of you. You could either look at it. I mean, it depends how much you want to. You could ration it out, and that would essentially probably all of it together would probably. I'd say it'd probably work out as about a week's worth of food for the group.
We throw the older carcasses in with the little drake so they don't starve.
Could
that
do.
might be nice.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
get
all
you
for not letting them
cows,
starve. And
little
when
soft bastard.
I've got a soft spot for animals. If we can't take them with us, when they're big enough, they can get out, but they won't be trained to do anything. They'll just go off into the wild, won't they?
Okay.
Seems nice.
Yeah, you could do that. So if you wanted to take some of the old carcasses up and drop them in the drake pit.
Throw them in the drake pit.
So as you get to the edge holding the meat, instantly they all come up to the edge, like sniffing and kind of, like animals at feeding time, basically. And as you throw them down there, they pounce on the carcasses, start ripping and tearing them to shreds. It's... Yeah. These things were hungry.
Good boys.
That's probably
wish I was
heavy
there.
training. Yeah, hunger training. So what's the other side of? Because I can see another room over here.
Okay, so where you're at now.
Yeah.
So each ledge drops you down about 10 feet, and at the bottom, it looks like a trash dump. All sorts of refuse, broken pottery, rotted baskets, bits of like mouse-chewed rope. You can kind of make out bits of other items as well: discarded clothing, worn boots, tattered books, some cracked lamps. And there's just a strong foul smell hanging in the air.
Could do with a bit of detect magic over here. Never know what's down there.
Shall I go and get Rory?
Yeah, why not?
So, heading back this way because I'm already up here.
I would say, yeah, by this time you'd have finished crafting the stretcher.
No, Gotrek, so you see, paper beats rock, but scissors cuts paper. That's how you win.
But what about metal?
Metal isn't in the game.
Why not?
Well, the scissors are technically metal, if you want to think of it that way.
Metal is strong. Breaks rock.
Metal is strong. Well, okay.
Sorry to interrupt, boys.
Classic dwarf. Yes, hi, Carl.
Hey, Rory, there's a bit of a rubbish dump we could do with you having a bit of a detect magic over.
You want me to look at some magic rubbish?
No, we want you to look to see
Magic rubbish.
if there's anything magic in the rubbish. And then, if we do, we've got a cultist that we're probably going to throw down in the pit to find it for us.
There's another cultist?
He was a little bit worse for wear after drinking all the wine.
You didn't set him on fire, did you?
No, I did not. I dropped a certain of our former friends' heads in his lap, though.
I'm assuming Rory would be able to tell that he's telling the truth. I don't have to unsay it.
No.
Because he wouldn't believe
Cal
it.
looks
Okay,
far
cool,
too
I'm very proud of
disappointed to be lying.
Well, that's a good step, Cal. I'm actually proud of you. Well done. Yeah, I'll come and inspect this magic rubbish for you.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Gotrek and I could carry the 3 eggs on the stretcher.
Yep, you could do that.
Yeah.
So you're heading back to that chamber?
So, to head out the way we came in. Yeah, we all head up there. Poosh.
Ah,
Okay. So you're doing detect magic then, Ruri?
yes, please.
So you would need to probably climb down that first ledge to really get a sweep of the whole thing.
That's fine.
But yeah, it's only a
So-
10-foot, so it's not something you'd have to do a check for. It's easy enough to climb up and down
Oh.
that.
No worries, yeah. I'll go.
Yeah, you do a sweep of detect magic. Nothing pings back.
Just looks like a big, non-eco-friendly disposal place, if I'm honest.
Essentially, yeah.
Have we missed anything? Do we need to keep looking, or are we
In the trash heap or just generally?
just generally? I mean, there's a room down here that we didn't go in.
Where's that?
Down the stairs to the right,
Oh, here.
where we killed. Yeah.
So that is just that was the kobold barracks. That's where they were living. Yeah, there's a few straw mattresses. No, there's nothing of interest left there anymore.
Are
You
there
get the
any-
impression the kobolds went back and picked that clean. In the room where you found the cultist, there were
Yeah.
various. Pretty much everything had been taken, but there were coins scattered about. The odd little gem here and there, stuff that had just been dropped and missed while they were loading up. It get the impression they probably loaded up in a bit of a hurry.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Are we taking the guard drakes with us? Because I did have to pop away, so I don't know if that was brought up.
No, Cal's just dumped some food in there for them, so they're not going to starve.
Right, okay. Do people want to bring the guard drakes with us?
I mean-
we're a bit of a motley crew as it is, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, if you think about it, all that's going to happen is the dragon cult are going to come back,
And take
get
them?
those guard drakes, train them up, and then we're going to kill them in a fight at some point anyway.
I was going to say, if you want, what we could do is, so if we keep them fed, head back to the cave. If we rest at the cave, because I've only got one use of channel divinity, because we could come back in the morning. I could melt down the rest of the metal bars, because I'm pretty sure there was like the ones around there or the other ones. Create a muzzle for them, just to make sure that they're secure, and we can bring them with us.
But if the cult's going north to Neritar or wherever it is, are they necessarily going to come back?
That's a question.
That's the thing.
Did anyone
Well,
tell
it's fine.
Ruri about Neritar?
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is me talking, not Rory.
Okay.
Well, as far as as far as the cult know, the dragon eggs are still here because we've killed anyone who could tell them about it other than the kobolds.
But they don't know we've killed them yet.
Well, that's it.
So,
That's what I mean. Like,
but that's the thing is, do people want, like, as a serious question, guard drakes as part of our motley crew?
not
It would be really funny. Like, it'd be hilarious, but also they're quite squishy.
What are they? Are they blue?
I mean,
They're
a
not
guard
even
drake's
beasts.
aligned, or
They're not. Guard drakes, yeah, they tend to imprint on the first person to feed them.
so that's probably mud.
Or even one of the cultists.
Depends if you're having this conversation out loud.
Yeah, maybe we should not do it in character. Yeah, let's do it.
Out of character, it's like we could take them with us. Obviously, we'd need to break them in. 'Cause they are unaligned. So we could.
Well, yeah, but do we have the time for that?
Well, we've got a long walk. Because I don't think I did have an idea of transporting the eggs back, which is basically we put the stretcher in between two of the goats, and basically it's carried in between the middle of them. It's gonna be awkward to carry them over long distances, and we can't walk, we can't go fast, otherwise we might drop the eggs or hurt the eggs if we're that bothered with them. So we're gonna have to go at a steady, slow pace, and we're gonna have time basically. So if you want, we could.
For the sake of brevity and avoiding over speculation on it, if you were to discuss the potential of taking and training the guard drakes, the cultist would kind of suppress a little bit of a snort at that, and when bullied into talking, would basically tell you that Mondath made a point of personally feeding every guard drake after it was spawned to make sure they all imprinted upon her.
Oh, should we just go back and grab her head then? And
I was literally going to say
That won't work. How will that work?
So the likelihood of them doing anything other than try to eat you, pretty slim.
Let's just leave them.
Yeah, just chuck them some food and leave them.
I've already chucked them some food. So
Yeah, good job, Carl.
is there any?
So, where did you find this handsome gentleman? And I'll step up to the comments.
He was asleep in a drunken stupor in one of the barracks.
It looked like what they were using as the treasure room.
In the treasure room.
What's your name?
Feldor?
I don't like you, Feldor.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Alright, I think we should go, boys.
Okay.
I know I should leave, but there's this thing that's annoying me that I want to get to, and can I get to it?
What is it that you can see?
So when I'm stood at the end, like at the end of this pointy bit of rock,
Right.
I can see red stuff in here.
So you can see what? Red stuff.
Like there's some patterns on the floor.
Yeah, it's just...
It's just a skill for the map.
No, it's just... I can't show you. You'll see it, once this episode goes up, you'll see what it is that you're looking at right now. It's literally just decoration.
Ah, okay.
Stuff to make the map look pretty.
The last 10 minutes, and I'm thinking, oh, they should be finding something. Cool. Okay.
So were you going back to that treasure room where you found the cultist and gathering up what was left?
Yeah,
'Cause
might
I
as
know
well. I'll hoover it
you're
up into
asking
the
if
bag.
there's anything left.
Get
Okay.
it on the way.
Yeah, so you can do
I'll
that.
do the group loot.
You find... Hang on, let me count it all up. Yeah, you find 8 semi-precious gems,
Ooh.
each worth 50 gold pieces.
I'm not going to ask you what they are.
No, thanks.
But I will.
You get struck by lightning.
We'll do it later.
Absorb elements.
8 semi-precious, 8 semi-precious
They're all
gems
monster.
worth 50 gold pieces. You find gold pieces, like kind of totting it all up together, worth a total of... Hang on. 10... I'm going to have to write this down. Yeah, 10, 20. Where are we? There. 10, 20, 40. 156 gold pieces.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, and that's that room scoured.
Does anyone mind if we call it?
I'm quite happy to call it there. I think that's a good point to call it as you prepare to leave the cavern with your dragon eggs in tow. Yeah. See, I was worried that this was going to get off into uncharted territory pretty quick once you left the cave, but I think we ended up doing most of the session was a philosophical discussion about the eggs and what the kobolds should do,
Yeah,
which I loved.
it's important.
Well, I hope you did
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
it. Yeah, a very RP heavy session. Since the boss fight turned out to be a bit of a whiff. Sorry about that.
It's alright. Sorry,
Well, I
was
don't know.
good.
He nearly killed me in like one.
Did
turn.
nearly kill you. Yeah, he was pretty lethal.
Those hits were massive, considering I wasn't even like reckless or anything.
No, well, he had advantage on account of, he wasn't. Without giving it too much away, he wasn't affected by the darkness in the same way that you were. So he had advantage in all those attacks.
Ah.
Okay, well, everybody, welcome to level 7.
Woo!
Yep, you're all level 7 now.
Yeah, boy.
Wasn't actually expecting
Guys,
that.
I mean, you fought off basically the entire fucking camp, and then came back and fought your way through the dungeon, killing 2 lieutenants of the dragon cult. Yeah, welcome to level 7. If you're not sure which, those of you multi-classing, you don't have to decide right now what you're
I already know.
taking leveling. Yep.
I am welcome to the College of Glamour, baby.
Ooh, 3rd level bard. Very nice.
Oh, lovely college of glamour.
What about you, Gotrek? Do you know which one you're going?
Yes, School of War.
Ah, next level wizard.
You're a wizard, Gotrek.
You're a wizard,
I'm
Gotrek.
a war wizard.
What about you, Rogar? Do you know which way you're going?
Yeah, I'm the level 2 warlock. I'm
Second
gonna
level
roll my
warlock.
hit dice.
Yeah, so
Fucking Max, come on, son.
ooh,
Nice.
Rogar. Yeah, people, roll your hit dice. Remember to add your con modifiers.
Come on,
You are doing that.
Yeah, I know.
Remember,
I
you.
was
Oh yeah, baby!
Fucking hell!
Fucking
That's so
hell, mate.
cool.
Rogar and Grishnak both maxing out. Bloody hell, Grishnak.
How do I roll?
Say again.
Carry on.
What was that, Gotrek?
I was going to say, how do I roll for the wizard? Because my
Just
hit dice
roll.
is only-
Yeah, just roll a d6.
Right.
Because obviously your hit dice is different. It's I don't obviously. Brogan knows how to set his up. I don't know how to do it. So yeah, just roll a d6. Maybe you get to re-roll a 1.
My hit dice are the same.
Okay,
as
so that's a
both classes.
3 plus your con modifier, which is 4 plus your Hildorf. So total of 8. Which is
plus-
pretty.
My con is +5, so I get 9.
Your con is +5. Oh well, there you go then. Yeah, you get 9. Pretty good increase. Yeah, welcome to level 7, everybody.
I've got to note down my fucking
Okay.
implications now.
So I now have 92 hit points.
Fucking hell.
I have
Effectively,
77.
effectively 184 when I'm raging.
Very nice. I think you also.
feral
so
instincts.
you get advantage on your initiative checks now,
Awesome.
which is pretty nice.
Oh my God. How do I do expertise? How do I do that?
Oh, what on the sheet?
You can tick it in your sheet. There's like, do you know when you press that little wheel next to it? There should be like an
Yes.
expertise thing, and then next to your skills, it'll say normal. If you click normal, you can change it to expertise.
Thank you.
Jake,
Yes.
I think you need to change my token to give me some kind of vision.
Oh yeah. What invocation are you
Devastating
taking?
level sight.
Interesting.
Sick to death.
I think it's interesting you chose that one because I had an idea for something that would go along those lines anyway. So that's cool. We will work that in.
I
Yep.
missed that, by the way, but it's probably.
No, that's fine. Basically, Rogar is no longer going to be impeded by dark vision or needing to drag that bloody torch around with him everywhere.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, yeah, you told me about that. Cool.
Excellent stuff. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Well, I tell you what, I am going to go and shut the stream off there. I'm going to try and start doing more official sign-offs so that I have an easier point to edit around. So thank you for that, everyone. I hope that was as fun for everybody as it was for us to play. And join us next time to see where this goes. I have no idea. Good night.